Peace, folks. This is X from TPOT Media. Open your mind and wake your black ass up. You know what time it is. Hit that damn like button as you make your way in the door. Grab a seat, settle in, get ready. It's the Grown Man Hour with your host, my man, Bernard Riley.
Something special happened today. I got green lights all the way, with no big red sign to stop me, no traffic jam delay. See, I was driving over the moon in my big hot air balloon, floating high into the darkness. I hope I get there soon. There's so many things to do, so many people I need to talk to, and they've all been waiting for me. Well, I gotta make it through. Something special happened today. I got green lights all the way, with no big red sign to stop. You have no idea what it means, no, no, to a man who's always traveling, who's seen the things that I've seen. I don't know what's yet to come, not sure of anything that I've done really makes that much a difference. Well, I hope it has for some. Something special happened today. I got green lights all the way, with no big red sign to stop me, no traffic jam delay. my big hot air balloon, floating high up in the darkness. I promise that I'll make it to you very soon. Something special happened today.
What's going on? What's going on? Hopefully everybody could hear me, and hopefully everybody could hear the intro. I'm still trying to figure this shit out. It was a couple unforced errors out the gate. I was fucking up already. If you notice, I got rid of the little box in that hold on. Everything is reversed. That record dot. I figured out how to record. How to just do this without having to push record on the camera. Figured out a lot of shit. So it's getting better. It's going to be, for probably the first week, it'll be a few unforced errors while I'm trying to get this shit set. But hey, y'all been riding with me, so we gonna keep riding. And to the Mac the trucker. Hold on, let me get to these comments. And I don't even know. It's a lot of different shit that I could do to make this better, but we rocking with it. I was up. I'm on late. I was up at night doing all kind of stuff, trying to figure things out. And got a lot of shit figured out, but still so much more. But shout out to the early bird squad, the faithfuls that make it in here bright and early. And the Mac the trucker is right there at his previous spot. He says, "What's good, everyone? Taking my spot back." He would always get in here first. Yeah, you've been slipping on your pimping real bad. Man. You've been showing up late to the party and everything. But the Mac the trucker put a funny ass message in there because he put a funny message in the comment section because I fucked around and didn't realize how much I was just sitting there just casually just sipping yesterday. Just talking, take a sip, take a sip. I fucked around and got off the air and had a goddamn headache. I had to got crawl before walking this motherfucker. But the Mac the trucker was like, he's like, you better put apple juice in that damn cup. We don't know the difference. Doing all that drinking in the morning, but it was a celebration. So I was drinking heavy the last that show and didn't realize it because I was on for 4 hours and just sipping the whole time. And yeah, apparently I'm not a morning drinker like I thought I was. Apparently, but I'm still gonna do it from time to time. While I'm on the air, it's very fun and relaxing to take a little sip when you're on the air. Brian Randall in the building says, "What's happening, everyone?" Bowdy Thug. Dog, I'm looking at shit. I had to turn the autofocus off to get rid of that box that was following me around yesterday. But this could be focused way more. But it's kind of hard to do. I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out. But we good. We gonna rock with this. Bernard King intro. What's good? Kill Deuce in the building. This is the Roten. He says fifth. I don't know what fifth means. I plead the fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth. The only thing I think of when I hear fifth. Dave Chappelle. Naima Buckner says, "Good morning, Bernard. Young Bernard, good morning. Good morning to you." And you see the links right there. Hit the like button. Share it. If you hear this early and not subscribed, I'll be shocked. But if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the platform. That's your suggestion right there. Y'all see the Cash App. Y'all can support the platform. Y'all know the deal. Y'all know the routine. With that. We got graphics. Jedi Mac in the building. What's going on, Jedi Mac? Brian Randall, what's going on? My man Leo Anthony J.I. Channel leveling up, he says. Yeah, man, I'm trying. I'm definitely trying. Kill Deuce in the building. He says Black Manosphere is literally a barbershop. In many ways, yeah. It is. is what it is. That could be a good thing and a bad thing, you know. Good conversations take place at the barbershop. Also, some niggas have been shot at the barbershop too. So, you know, it's taking the good with the bad with this being well, as I said in the intro, I'm assuming that's what you're referencing, where it said digital barbershop. I'm assuming you're referencing that. And yeah, it is a digital barbershop. You want to go beyond just barbershop talk. Tampa Supreme says my favorite channel on YouTube. Man, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. That's that means a lot. That means a lot. Bernie, oh shit, I deleted that comment. I deleted that comment, but I deleted that comment on YouTube, but StreamYard don't StreamYard don't delete it. It's almost sit there and pull the Ron Burgundy. If it's in the teleprompter, I gotta read it. I almost pulled the Ron Burgundy. Oh man, he says, but Dane Christopher in the building. New, what's going on, Soul Provider? Who else we got in here? Jesse. I always say Jesse like that. Jesse. I see Bernard stepping up the intro game. That's what's up. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, what's going on, good people? I think that covers. I see Platt in the building, man. You wasn't popular in the comment section after the show, man. They in there trying to go off on you, Platt. Oh, Pablo, Aegon Stark, what's going on? Pablo, you said you sent me a Cash App. Double check. I didn't receive it. And the reason I want you to double check, I'm not tripping about I ain't like, where my money at, nigga? No, what I'm saying is because there's somebody else with the name Bernard Riley that you could inadvertently send the Cash App to. And I don't think he's real big on sending the money back, because that happened with the other business of mine. Somebody was trying to pay, and she had asked, could I just pay on Cash App? I said yes. I sent her my Cash App. She forgot to add the 99 or something like that, because it's Bernard Riley 99 with $ Bernard Riley 99. She forgot to add the 99 and just sent it to some other motherfucker named Bernard Riley. And so yeah, it was a little dispute. He wasn't real big on sending the money back. I mean, so I'm just saying. So yeah, you might have got, because I didn't receive the Cash App if you sent the Cash App. So double check, make sure it was Bernard Riley 99. You should see my face. Oh yeah, I got the jokey jokes. I see you, conservative. Got the jokey jokes. I'm looking like the manosphere youth pastor. No, man, no. Well, you know my commentary on church and religion, so I'm far from that. But many moons ago, I wasn't a Sunday school teacher. Let me make that very clear. I was not a Sunday school teacher. I want to say that again. I was not a Sunday school teacher. But look at that shit right there. Look at that shit right there. All right, let me figure out how to fix this. Okay, yeah, I'm on the area. I still can hear me, which is good. 3D Burns in the building. I see your super chat down there. I'll get right back to this. Get right back to that real quick, because this is an easy fix. And that's another thing. I got to go buy something as soon as I get off the air today to make it not do that. All right, let's see. Do a quick test run. Cam up again, and there we go. All right. Yeah, what happened there, if y'all actually give a fuck, is the Canon M50, it will turn off. I think it's either one or two problems. One problem with it is it turns off every 30 minutes. There's a way to, I think it's either something in the settings I could do to make it not do that, but I don't know if that's, nope, that's not related to the power. So no, that's something in the settings. I do got to buy something when I get off of here, but that's a completely separate issue. So 30 minutes from now, it will be shutting off again. That just is what it is. Every 30 minutes is going to do that until I go into settings and figure out how to fix that. But hey, I appreciate patience while I'm building this plane while it's in the air. Appreciate your patience. Kill Deuce. He says you look about to smash some piano keys. Y'all just gonna keep coming with the jokes, man. Y'all just gonna keep coming with the jokes. All right. And first thing I did, I looked at your picture too. I was like, oh, you ain't got a picture of. I was about to say something about you, but you ain't giving me nothing to work with. You ain't giving me nothing to work with. Yeah, I got jokes. That's all right. That's all right. Yeah, Katai City. I was having a problem with that. I had to manually focus it. I was manually focusing it, and I couldn't. I would have had to been. I should have gone and did what I did last night, where I went and got my son, had him sit here, and I had to, and then manually focus it to where he to where right when I got it focused just right on him, then it and then I knew I was in the right. Then I knew I was in the right spot. So I should have had him be my sit-in test subject this morning. But yeah, you're right. I'm gonna get it right. You know, we ain't got to point out every fucking flaw. Ty City, goddamn. But no, shout out to Ty City. He called me when he got off the air and gave me some advice because you know his camera work looked like he got Steven Spielberg over there shooting his shit. The goddamn Velociraptor about to creep up behind him. Steven Spielberg directed the original Jurassic Park. That's why that was a Velociraptor. Just for those that didn't know, for those that didn't get the joke, niggas. All right. I got a nice duplex for you. Okay, now I don't get the joke. What do you mean you got a nice duplex for me? Bernard with his power gimmick, liking it. Yeah, I don't even know what the fuck y'all talking about at this point. That's what I'm gonna call that with the early bird squad. Somebody just sent the cash app. I'll read this cash app. Then I'll get into a little bit of what I came here to talk about. I've been focused more on getting this shit together. My topic game. Aizen Sama sent to something says for the Man Cave Fund. Appreciate it. All right, appreciate that. Yeah, but I'm gonna get into the topic. But shout out to everybody that make it in bright and early, man. I appreciate that. Appreciate everybody who come through. Appreciate everybody that come through. I feel like I missed a super chat. I know 3D Burns and Kill Deuce are the ones who sent super chats. I'm looking over at the computer, see if everything good over there. All right. Hopefully everything good going forward. And like Dane Christopher just posted right there, y'all get them likes up. Likes up. I have no idea where we at on the likes. It's a few things that I was going to touch on today, and I don't got the title in the topic. I don't know how long I'm gonna be on because I do want to get off here and go get some more of the equipment I need. But we might turn this into a lively show. We'll see where it go. We're gonna play it by ear. I'm just jumping on right now. Jumping on, doing a thing or two. Let me see if I could find. And I still haven't found. Now, this was interesting. I saw this meme. I saw it. Hopefully, y'all can see that good. Let me double check this. I saw this meme before Boyce Watkins posted it. Boyce Watkins posted this, and he caught some flack for it. He definitely caught some flack for it. Oh, somebody came through with a nice cash app. Let's see who this is. It's from Pablo. Okay, that is okay. All right, cool. I think Yeah, I think I just don't recognize your Cash App, but he says from Pablo to stock the bar in the man cave. Cool, thanks. I appreciate that. Pablo sent a $20 Cash App. I think you might have sent one yesterday. I just didn't know that was you. Oh wait, nope, I didn't get it yesterday. I didn't get it yesterday. Yeah, because I see a different name on there, but I got it. I got it today, man. Thanks, I appreciate it. But but like I was saying, I came across this meme and it was funny. It was funny. He was talking about this might have been before WAP came out too. How long ago was this? It might have been before WAP came out, but it was showing a picture of a Down syndrome kid and showing all the different you know, signs of Down syndrome. You can see it all right there with the small eye opening, short nose, thin upper lip, smooth philtrum, flat mid face, and epicanathal folds. I never knew that's what those were called. But I guess he was trying to say, or whoever made the meme was trying to say that Cardi B got all of that going on. And the shit was fucking funny because I always used to say she kind of looked like she got Down syndrome, just jokingly. I never said it out loud. I used to say it in my head. I got wicked thoughts in my head. Very, very wicked thoughts in my head. Bear with me. But the shit was funny. Damn, y'all coming through on the Cash App. For Littest show in the morning. Thank you very much. Biscuit 2005. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Yeah, coming through with the Cash Apps. I appreciate it. But the shit was funny as fuck though, because I always felt like Cardi B, man. The very first time I saw her, I was like, she kind of looked like she got Down syndrome. But the larger point, it was like, it was that he was hinting at is this a problem in the community? Is it a lot of fetal alcohol syndrome? Is that the reference? That's what's causing a lot of the shit that we see? Are there early developmental issues coming from you know fetal alcohol syndrome? People drinking while they're pregnant, and I hate to make light of this shit. I do. But man, it's a fun. This chick I knew. This chick, I can make this look different. Hold on. Let me do some experimental shit. See, I normally don't mess with that. Wait, nope, that's not it. That's no negative. We could do it either way. But hate to make light of this shit. Do a show on the coming Netflix movie Cuties. It's causing a lot of controversy right now. I watched that today. I was trying to watch Project Power, I think it was. I fell asleep on that shit. It was looking like it was going to be good. I was trying to watch. That's the last thing I was actually trying to watch on Netflix. But I fall asleep on a lot of shit when I try to watch it. But let me put this in real quick, just double check. See what I'm hearing. But no, I hate to make light of fetal alcohol syndrome. It is an actual real issue. But this chick that I knew, all right. This chick that I knew, she was it's kind of a fucked up story. Y'all bear with me. I be telling stories that out myself on some of the bullshit I used to do. But a chick that I started messing with, we had started messing with each other, right? We had started, having casual sex, all of that. And we was like 1 week in. We was like 1 week, maybe a week and a half into the casual sex. Okay. We was dating and had sex. We had probably knew each other 2 weeks, probably had sex about 3 or 4 times. It turned out she was pregnant, not by me. It was a slight scare, but I was like, that's not possible. We use a condom every time, and It wasn't by me. When she went to the doctor and got everything official, she found out that she had got pregnant a month ago before we met. So it wasn't by me. I was clear on that. But I was like, yo ass is pregnant, and this whole little thing we got going on is about to, about to tail off, come to an end. That's just, I mean, it wasn't in an asshole type of way, but I'm like, you got a whole soon to be baby daddy. Like, y'all need to talk. I need to go talk. It was one of those type of situations where it was like, I got shit to talk about that don't got shit to do with me. And so I'm more so, but me and her, we knew each other. We was cool, and she was on some, I'm about to get an abortion. That's what she had got on. She was like, she's about to get an abortion. Because when they did go had a talk, the talk must have went awry. It wasn't me. Shout out to Shaq. Thanks, and appreciate the super chat. Get your fuck on without the fitted hat. No con. Nigga, what? Platinum, man. Did you see? You just said get your fuck on. Get your fuck on without the fitted hat, no condoms. Really, Platinum? Now, when you was on here that time, I remember when Edward Anderson said, that he ain't trying to get no chicks pregnant. You came up and called him gay and was on some, what did you say? You was like, you ain't trying to, Pablo with the woo-sa. I just can barely see what y'all typing. Man, look, Platinum is not a troll. Y'all been blaming him. Y'all been calling him a troll. Platinum is not trolling. That is not what's going on here. This nigga is for real. Platinum is dead damn serious. Platinum's dead goddamn serious with all the shit to come out his mouth. He is not trolling. But shout out to Edward Anderson. Shout out to Edward Anderson. But you came up there was like, you ain't trying to get these women pregnant, niggas. You gay? You supposed to be trying to impregnate these bitches, man. I'm trying to fuck on them and get them pregnant. That's what Platinum was talking about. He trying to fuck on them and get them pregnant. That made the second time. The second time that Platinum called somebody gay for not wanting to impregnate these bitches. I thought I had a fresh cash app. That made the second time he did that shit. And I'm like, what in the total fuck is going on? Here we go. Okay, just fuck on him. Let her do the birth control. So now Platinum is the exact stereotype of what they try to say we all are. Y'all see that shit? They try to say that we all are on some, no, we just going in, we just hitting raw, and if she, she get pregnant, she got pregnant. It's her fault. She should have been on birth control. That's the stereotype of what they say we all are. Whenever a man criticizes women for not being on birth control, the assumption, the spin move is that the guy is saying that I have no obligation to try to prevent pregnancy, which isn't true. I'm not hearing guys saying that. What's up, Cut to the Chase? We was talking about a one-on-one, and then I was getting writer's block for lack of a better word, trying to come up with a topic. I never got back with you, but I will get back with you. We're gonna do a little something. I hate that Ty City pointed out that my camera is focused on the background, and now I'm overthinking and overlooking at myself right now. So I just got to ignore it. Ain't nothing I can do about it right now, because to manually fix that would be fucking difficult. So it is what it is right now. But I can't stop looking at it now that you said it. But yeah, Platinum, you a wild boy. I hit you with that Martin. He said, Bernard, did the condom break or did you raw dog like Platinum? I didn't get her pregnant. I did not get her pregnant. I was messing with her for 2 weeks. She went to the doctor, found out she was pregnant first through the little test. And then I was like, nah, the suspect, go your ass to the doctor. Find out how long you've been pregnant. She found out she had been pregnant 4 weeks. Wasn't me. It wasn't me. But shout out to Laro. Thanks for the super chat. Appreciate that. Nah, I didn't raw dog it like Platt. But anyway, this is what happened. This is the moral of the story and why it's related to what I got up there on the screen. Because I was doing some stuff on fetal alcohol syndrome, or rather not, you know, how big of a thing that is in our community. Boyce Watkins was talking about it. He got criticized like a motherfucker by the black women in his comment section for putting a black woman's face on there, even though it's Cardi B who kind of looked like she got Down syndrome. But that's neither here nor there. But either way, her being pregnant already is birth control. You niggas, boy. I swear, I'm trying to help you out. I'm really trying. Check it out. Check it out. This is what happened. I guess she went and had to talk with the baby daddy. I guess they had to talk. I guess the talk didn't go well, and she was like, I'm getting an abortion. Okay. So, that being said, she still went out partying. Okay. I would see her out partying every weekend. And at that point, here I am telling, you know, more shit. I didn't mean to answer this damn phone. Let me hang up on whoever that was. All right. So, I'm going out and whatnot, you know. I'm trying to avoid a DUI, put it like that. I'm trying to avoid a DUI. So I needed a designated driver. So I was like, you know, and she used to be going clubbing at the same place. So I'm like, hey, if I'm out here drinking, I'm like post-marriage, you know, just got a divorce. I'm out partying, I'm drinking, I'm getting it in. And I was like, well, bet you can be my designated driver. So that way I could just drink and not worry. And in my mind, I'm thinking, your ass early stage pregnant, you ain't gonna be drinking that much. But she was in that bitch drinking. But she, according to her, I'm a good drunk designated driver. I've been the drunk designated driver my whole life. I was like, okay, whatever. I was like, you sure you getting an abortion? She's like, oh yeah, I'm getting an abortion. And she would, I think she had genuine intentions on getting an abortion. Now, she was one of those chicks. She was like a real, you know, a fit, athletically built chick that, you know, when she got more and more pregnant, she didn't look that pregnant. But I'm like, and I would still see her from time to time. She had designated drove for me a couple times because I was going out. I was hitting the club every weekend. I was partying my ass off. I was, you know, newly single, partying my ass off. You know. Partying my ass off. So I would see her out all the time partying. And from time to time, I would let her designated drive for me. And it got to the point where like 5 months went by. And I'm like, you ain't got this damn abortion yet? Well, I'm like, this is going to be a whole damn baby in a little bit. But keep in mind, all this time that I'm seeing her out partying her ass off. She drinking like a motherfucker. But talking about she was about to get an abortion. Lo and behold, you know, I fell out of contact with her because that was, you know, essentially the plan. You know, I saw the writing on the wall and whatnot. But In 2014, Uber wasn't as much of a thing, especially in my small town that I live in, small city. It wasn't much of a thing. You could call a taxi, you know, but it was to the point at the time you call a taxi or you try to get that set up, you liable to be sitting there waiting for a long. It wasn't. It's a thing now because Uber is on the app. 2014, 2015, it wasn't popping like that in my city. It just wasn't. It wasn't a thing. Long story short, her ass had that damn baby. I was like, oh shit. Why the hell did you do that? And like I said, I'd be outing myself with some of these stories because post marriage, I was clowning. I met now looking at this chick, you wouldn't think none of it. She was tall, fit, in shape, cute. She was a nice looking chick. She was actually adopted and raised by white people, so she talked, air quotes here, talked white. So she outwardly presented like a non-ratchet chick. You had to be around that. She was one of the ones you had to be around for a while to be like, there's some ratchety ass shit that she into. She's one of the ones you had to be around for a while. He said taxi is high as fuck. I don't know. He said 8,800 black abortions a day. I'm trying to read your comments. They far away. He said, damn, you just gone stereotype the syndrome. I'm not stereotyping the syndrome. It's just that funny ass story popped in my head because I'm sitting there looking at me and her, we used to be friends on Facebook, and we might be still friends on Facebook. I don't see her shit. But it's like, damn, I'm sitting there looking at the kid and like oh, I ain't shit for this one. I spent all night trying to get my equipment and shit work out. I have a topic. I just had to. I can't. I just thought. Remember this. This is story on the fly. What the fuck was that? Okay, I thought that was another person with a cash app. That's the same shit. But no, man, that shit messed me up. But when I saw that, it had reminded me of that and got me thinking that how much and how often with women are they doing shit like that, How much is it a thing where they fucking around and basically bullshitting during the pregnancies, the reckless circumstance with a lot of women nowadays, not even just black women in general nowadays, they getting pregnant under reckless circumstances and living in uncontrolled environments, getting pregnant in the most reckless circumstances. It's like a lot of kids being born behind the 8 ball already, before shit even get going, before shit even start. A lot of kids getting just naturally born behind the 8 ball. Let me remove that. Man, I wish I could try to adjust that on the air a little bit. If I could adjust that, that'd have been great. That literally would be great if I could adjust that on the air. One thing I like about being on camera, the pressure to just keep talking is not that much there. You can take some time, you can stop, you can think, you can do something like that. I dropped the link prematurely. It was something else I wanted to talk about, but I forgot about it. But I did want I forgot what I wanted to talk about. Complex design in the building. Complex design in the building. I spent all night. I was up at like 5 a.m. fucking around with this camera and the lighting and the whole everything, and still didn't get the shit right. Especially according to Ty City, because he said the camera is focused on the background and not on me. But I'm still trying to get this shit right. So I got a lot of work to do, a lot of research to do, and a few things I need to buy. But I had to hop on and chop it up and talk to y'all a little bit, because I'm not the goal is to not miss any more days, no matter what. To make sure I stick strict to a 5 days a week thing. Make sure I stick as strict to that as possible. Bernard Riley, everything is coming together. Thanks, Complex. I appreciate that. I definitely appreciate that. I'm trying. It's so much more. It's so much more that got to get done. That got to get done before I get it. Forget my vision all the way how I want it to be, how I would like for it to be. Because this camera, like I said yesterday, it's a $600 camera that's supposed to look way better than this. But I got to get in there, and I gotta take the time to make the shit work out right. But it was, hey, I slept all yesterday when I got off the air. I got a little headache from the morning drinking. If they smoking and drinking before they get pregnant, they will be smoking and drinking after they're pregnant. Some women get locked up with birth defect caused by them. Some women get locked up with birth defect caused by them. Okay. I'll just deal with the first part of what you said, but yeah, no, that's the thing though. That is a weird, crazy thing that a lot of those chicks that be drinking, be drinking and smoking before the pregnancy, they be drinking and smoking during the pregnancy. That is some unfortunate but real shit that be actually happening. And if it is the case that Black people are doing that more, if fetal alcohol syndrome is more prevalent among Black people, then that says a lot. That says a lot about the problem. Facts, these bitches ain't shit. Aizen Sama says these types of holes ought to receive harsh penalties if they were punishable up to the death penalty. It would stop a lot of nonsense. Never happened in this free country. That's the beauty and the negative and the downside of, a free country. People free to do what they want to do. But the line is, how much is it? How much of what you're doing is hurting and affecting somebody else? Are you causing harm to somebody else? But the way that things are is the baby is viewed as an extension of the mom. So she can't be arrested for what she's doing while pregnant. And it's a tough thing, in a free country. What do you do with that information? I mean, what do you do with that? The free country, we got rights, life, liberty, pursuit of happiness, personal, free agency, all of that good stuff. But then what do you do? Yeah, it dropped. It's going to do that. It's something I gotta change in the settings to make it to where the camera don't turn off every every 30 minutes. It's something I got to do in the settings. Like I told y'all, it's so much shit that I got to do when you buy some expensive equipment. Some of it be the right equipment, some of it be the wrong equipment. Some of it is good, really good equipment, exactly what you need. But if you're not technologically advanced, you got to go through a lot of shit to try to figure the shit out. You got to figure out the equipment, you know. And I'm still figuring this shit out. Shout out to Ty City again. He called me when I got off the air. It was helping me. He actually helped me out with some things. Some things I was able to apply already, but some of it still needs some. Some of it still needs some work. Some of it still needs some work. Tomorrow, I got a show scheduled and planned with Little Big Nate. I will be on tomorrow. Me and Little Big Nate doing another one-on-one, so to speak. So we'll be doing that. That will be going on tomorrow. But I will be perfectly happy today. Don't nobody come up. We can wrap this bad boy up in 1 hour. I'll give y'all a chance to make it on up, and we'll. Yeah, I hear that. I put a real hard P on there, like Romperius Jackson. Romperius Jackson when he was like, "Thanks for having me up." For those that don't remember that shit, that was funny.
Good old Romperius.
Yeah, Romperius Jackson, man. Cut to the chase says, "I have never heard of a woman being arrested on real life for drinking and smoking while pregnant." You'd think that would be a thing. But no, not in a pro-choice society. You know, it's her body, her choice, all the way through whatever she's doing. No, that's the baby is an extension of her until it makes it out of the womb. But without further ado, I got my man Complex Design in the building. What's going on? What you got, man?
Not much, man. Hey, dude, the man cave's looking nice, bro. I had to put in on the Henny fund yesterday.
Yeah, man.
Got to keep it locked and loaded, bro.
Well, no, actually, no, I don't got Henny. You put in on the
What did I put in on?
The Jack Daniels fund.
Oh, Jack Daniels.
Honey Jack. I don't like regular Jack. Honey Jack and Vanilla Crown, and this is some type of tequila that somebody bought me for me as a gift. That I never even heard of it. It was on my birthday, and somebody bought me a bottle. I never heard of it, but I think it's some kind of expensive tequila, but I don't really like tequila. I get the best drunk off of tequila. Tequila get me fucked up. Like that's my partying drink when I'm really just trying to show the fuck out. But drinking it, that shit is just disgusting.
I put in on yours, man. But I can't. I'm not a drinker, man. I like beer. That's it, right? And I like beer when I'm working and shit. But
beer.
Yeah.
Beer is nasty as fuck. Beer tastes like somebody farted in champagne.
No, what?
Beer tastes like somebody either farted or took a shit in some champagne. That's what beer tastes like to me.
Man, okay. I'm not sure how you got a fart taste out of beer, because that would imply that somehow you're familiar with the taste of a fart, but we won't go there right now.
Hey, man, it looks like somebody spiked the champagne. That's what beer tastes like to me. I can't do beer, but man,
beer is a working man's booze. Okay, that's what beer is. But I am a weed smoker, so
I was just about to say that you smoke. Yeah, that's why you
that's my vice. Yeah, that's mine. So
that's
teach their own. You know.
Yeah.
But hey, you got a plush setup, dude. So salute to you, man. I'm working on mine. I'm actually gonna be I've started doing it, like just doing practice sessions, but live streaming my sim racing. So actually I race in the sim, I do simulation racing. So like over the past month and a half, man, I didn't drop like 2,500 on my whole rig, new computer, driving rig. I still got to get my VR set, camera. I still got to go get all the other shit, dude. So it's
I'm like 2,500 in on all this shit too. Mic, camera, lights, monitor, and other shit. I can't even think right now.
Mhm.
I had my basement looked like a damn basement, so I had to do a lot of the work getting just the whole stage set up, so to speak, to call it that. But so yeah, I'm almost 2,500 in. So yeah, I know the feeling. Actually, hold on for a second because I'm about to go tweak this camera real quick and get the picture to back to pop up again. So give me a second on that. Let me see. Loadcast, thank you for that super chat. I appreciate that. Sir Tice, have you lost your mind, Bernie? Salute to Red Stripe. Shout out Complex.
Man,
Yeah, you can go. You can go ahead and talk about that while I go fix this. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm about to say salute to Sir Tice, man, because I fucks a Red Stripe heavy. All the Jamaican shit. Let's see, Red Stripe Guinness. I'm trying to remember. There's like one or two other Jamaican beers I fuck with. I'm more of I like ales and lagers mainly. More of like the Belgian, German lagers. So Stella Artois, that's my shit. Also fucks with whatchamacallit, Boddington Brown Ale, Newcastle, that's some Stoney Jackson shit. I think that beer gives me like the heart of spade right there. Like I know old dudes who've been drinking like Bud Light and shit, and they can knock down like a whole fucking 6-pack, but you give them one fucking Newcastle, they can't even finish that bitch. So, yeah, man. No, I fucks with Red Stripe heavy, Sir Tice. Man, I can't see the chat. So I don't know. Let me see what else is good. 805. That's a beer out of like Ventura Oxnard area. So it's like a Hefeweizen. I fucks with Hefeweizens too. They have like an orange taste to them. So Blue Moon, 805. Who's got another good Hefeweizen? Shit, trying to think of who's got some good ones. And then the craft shit, IPA. Some of that shit, I don't know. It's made just for alcohol content. A lot of that shit gives me headaches. So, like I said, I can't really do a lot of alcohol. But yeah, that's my beer palette right there.
Hey, Bernie.
What up?
You don't need a DSLR for a webcam. It's going to do that because it overheats. It's only going to give you about 20 minutes. It's made to do that, to cut off, because it doesn't want to. They don't want it to run like that; it'll overheat. But you can just get your webcam that has interchangeable lenses, and it's made to stay on like that. It's made to stay on as long as you want.
What do you mean by just get a webcam that has interchangeable lenses? What you talking about?
A webcam. Just buy a webcam, right, with interchangeable lenses, and it'll give you the same effect that you need from it. You don't need a DSLR for a webcam. I'm saying you're using a camera, right? A DSLR
for a Canon M50. If that's a DSLR.
Great. No, that's a great camera, but it's not meant to be a webcam. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, a lot of people use them for that, just for, I guess, the quality. I don't know. I mean, this is what Kevin Samuels used, and a lot of people suggested and recommended. But the thing is, when you get it, because it's not necessarily, I guess, designed for that, you got to do like a lot of extra shit to make it be able to do it right. So, okay. Like Ty City used some type of camera. Like this shit looked like Steven Spielberg shooting him. So I mean,
it's not the camera, it's the lens. I'm saying all you need to do is get the right lenses.
Oh, okay. I'm still doing research and still buying shit, still trying to figure it out. So I mean, I get it right. I get it right.
I got you. I'm just saying it's the they make the webcams now where they make the iPhone where you can change the lens on the iPhone.
Yeah. What happened to Complex? Did he drop off in mid sentence, or did he say he was leaving, or what?
I don't know. Who knows? He's in the chat right now.
Okay. Yeah, come on back, Complex. But SKC in the building, the creator of the most legendary intro in manosphere history right now. That was a badass intro, man. Everybody been giving me a lot of compliments on that, so I've been shouting you out as much as possible. So hopefully you'll be getting some more work. I
appreciate it, man. Doing all right this morning, man?
Yeah, I'm doing good. You actually very low.
Oh man, hold on. Is that
Riley
better?
Rue, man. Oh, a lot better. But I'm not getting all the jokes today, man. Riley Rue. I'm sorry. The jokes. I'm slow today on the jokes, man. Y'all been hitting me with some over my head. I've been hitting me over my head. But what's going on, SKC? I get that one, Draymond Riley. I get that one. I get accused of looking like Draymond Green. That one I get.
Nothing much, man. Just doing some work at my dad's property this morning. But I said, man, let me take out a few minutes to chat with y'all, man. I thank you for all the shout outs and stuff, man. It was a pleasure working on it, man. But you said something yesterday that kind of stuck in my mind. You remember when you were talking about that the part in it where it says red pill peace?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. I was thinking that was the whole part of the point of the manosphere.
Me too.
You know, a place where brothers can come and, you know, they can say their piece or whatnot. They can congregate, do whatever. But at the same time, throughout all of the BS that they've had to deal with, they do find some semblance of peace. So, yeah. So I just, that was sticking out in my mind, man. But the other stuff, it was just kind of fun to work on, man, because I know you had a vibe for the kind of like the laid back, mellow, the aloe black feel. So
yeah,
you know, it was cool trying to put that together.
Yeah, that was cool. I saw Sister George trying to get you to do some work for the breakdown of a woman's perspective. This is my suggestion on that. Either don't do it, but if you do it, make them an intro that's just so, like, you know how I sort of took a shot at women causing black men, you know, a little stress. You could see that in the intro, but then that's where the red pill piece came in, because, you know, when you get red pill and an understanding of women, they shouldn't be able to stress you out like that. But I did, and we showed the picture of the chick pulling her hair like, you know, that image was in there, and so we kind of took a little jab at the ladies on that one. But this is what I want you to do. If you do ever work with to break down the feminist perspective, if you work with them,
he said the feminist perspective.
Yeah, if you. I'll be just talking shit. I'm trying to summon Sister George right now. Whenever I talk shit about her, she come out the clouds. I'm fucking with her. It's a running gag right now. I just talk shit to them. It's all fun and games. I don't care that much, but it's all fun. But but if you work with them, make them an intro that's so color purple, black man shitting on bashing, and just see how much of it they green light.
you try to get me fired before I even do anything.
No. My sneaky suspicion is if you make one that make black women look so, you know, power and mighty and strong, independent, and with some niggas ain't shit references, like, you know, had, you know, the black woman, you know, with the kids by herself, you know, all kind of pictures like that, or the long-suffering black woman that got some man, you know, lording over her, and how she got to rise up from the black man's, you know, just put some fuckery in there, see if they greenlight it. Because a lot of people don't know, when somebody doing a intro for you, you tell them what you want, they come back with, they come back with what they come back with, and you came back with some stuff where I was like, oh, I like that. Nah, I can't have that in there, because that's gonna look like this, or that's gonna look like that, or, you know, SKC, you know, when like, because it was women in the intro, you know, SKC wanted to just put all white and Asian women in the intro. I'm like, this ain't a SYSBM show, and I get them.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I was like, it would have been totally different if I had just full creative control.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And the women that they had in there, I was like, SKC, them black women you using right there, they look a little too tight jawed, strong, independent, don't need no man. I ain't trying to project that. And SKC, like, they all look like that to me.
Oh man. But yeah, man, it's like that behind the scenes stuff of working on. That's the fun part, man. You know, you get to go back and forth and brainstorm with different ideas and stuff. For Sister George and stuff, you want me to do that? All I have to do is just clip a whole bunch of stuff from the Democratic National Convention. They had a whole bunch of that stuff going on, so that would be easy to find.
Make the most black male hating black woman is God type of intro for them, and just see how much of it they green light. That's what I want you to do.
Oh, you trying to get me hired over at Revolt for like a Kamala Harris opening?
Yes,
okay.
I guarantee they gonna green light all that shit for her. That shit would be funny. Bernard looking clean. He said, what is that? Triple T Kill says, Bernard looking clean. Bernard, you need that watch and pinky ring to really flex. Man, I'm not a jewelry person, man. I don't got no jewelry, but
is it true that the sororities, the AKAs are really, really happy that Kamala is like she's got this VP position?
Yeah,
I see it a lot. But I see the AKAs, they don't acknowledge that shit at all.
Nah,
she
is an AKA. So
yeah, you got a few that are like saying stuff and whatnot, but I mean, just hands on, feet on the ground or whatnot. I haven't seen any of that, and I know a bunch. So
me, I haven't even seen it. I see it on, I see it from the politicians, but I don't see it from them. Like no acknowledgement, or they go on to do their things. They have their parties. That shit doesn't even come up.
But yeah, I mean, Pablo said he did see it, so I'll take his word for it. But
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, man. On that beer thing, Bernard, I have to go with Complex, man. Yeah, man. Beer. I love craft beer, man. I don't drink the store-bought type of stuff, but yeah, craft beer all day long, man.
Really? I mean, if it's store-bought for me, man, like I said, it's like Stella Artois, or like Newcastle, some shit like that, some good shit.
Nah, I like going to like a lot of the microbreweries in town, and
the microbreweries, man, they got like they have the freshest tasting shit. Like their shit, they just taste better. What I don't like is the shit that has high alcohol, man. I just can't really do alcohol. That shit gives me a headache. But I like beer, so I gotta find something that's below 6%. If it's below 6%,
okay.
If it's below 6%, it tastes good. I'll fuck with it.
Oh, so you don't like stouts and stuff?
Nah, I don't like anything that's like heavy on alcohol, dude, because that shit gives me a headache.
Oh yeah, that's right down my alley, man. I love stouts and porters and
you like this shit that's 7 and up.
Yeah,
okay.
Y'all drinking beer for the taste, man. What is the world coming to, man?
Hey, SKC, you got to pull this, man.
No, only thing I'll give you this. The man, what kind of, like the red apple ales or whatever that is, like that shit. It's kind of sweet.
The shit for chicks?
Yeah. I drink chick beer. Yeah, all day.
Yeah, my wife likes that stuff. So.
Yeah, it actually got some taste to it. Yeah. It don't taste like
a fart infused champagne.
Yeah, it don't taste like somebody farted in champagne.
Yeah, I still don't get that taste of fart thing.
I told you, it really I threw me for. I was like, where did we get the fart taste from?
Okay, all right. Fuck yeah. Aidan Summer.
Hello, thanks for having me on, Bernard. Y'all were on the subject of beer and alcohol, so I wanted to come up here and join in.
You're an expert.
Man,
All right. Man. I'm gonna have one.
Look. Now for my beer, I am more of a craft beer guy. The only store beer I usually will get is Modelo. craft beer, and microbrewery beer. I'm more my taste is more towards the porters, but I do like Hefeweizens. My favorite porter comes from the Great Lakes Brewing Company. They have one called the Edmund Fitzgerald. But one of my favorite all-time beers, though, is the Dew Claw Sweet Baby Jesus. My God, it's wonderful.
Baby Jesus.
Sweet Baby Jesus.
Yes, it's got a chocolate. It's got notes of peanut butter and chocolate in the flavor. They blend together really well.
Yeah, man. There's one here locally in Houston called Heisenberg, and
I've actually heard of Heisenberg. I've heard of that.
Yeah, man, that joker, that is smooth. It's a stout though, but it's almost as smooth
Stouts
as a
good.
porter.
Yeah, I like stouts too. But yeah, I do prefer porters. When it comes to my liquor,
you guys do that heavy booze beer, man.
I like my thicker beers, heavy on flavor. When it comes to the liquor, my preference, my favorite is Remy Martin 1738. It's really smooth. I do all my whiskey and cognac neat. I do not do flavored. I don't like ice because I don't want to water down my whiskey.
I don't want to water down my liquor. Drinker. Yes, you're a true drinker, man. Ice, real quick, man.
I love ice.
When you do your crafts, you like them as is, or do you like them nitro?
Ooh, what's nitro? I guess maybe I'm more of as is.
That's when
where. Oh, go ahead, Complex.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Nah, that's when usually in the keg they do it with CO2. To get the foam out. But when they put it on nitro, they use nitrous gas in order to create it, and it kind of like explodes the flavor a bit more, especially in the head.
Well, dang, I'm not sure. I'm in a smaller area, so I'm not sure if any of them actually do nitro around here, so it's probably more as is. I do want to go to the Flying Saucer. They've got over 100 taps to try all the different.
Yeah, so they probably stay in Flying Saucer.
Yeah, the closest two I've got are here in Memphis and Nashville, so I'll have to go there one day.
Yeah, man, they will have beer on nitrous. So,
okay.
Yeah,
hey, it's good to hear brothers that got their beer game up, man.
Connoisseurs.
Down here,
beer connoisseurs.
Down here, most of the brothers drink Beck's and Heineken.
German beer.
Yeah, I noticed a lot of that. Yeah, Heineken, sometimes Corona too.
Nah, we don't. Yeah, they don't consider Corona beer, but they consider the brothers, the basketball, the hood niggas. They drink Beck's. You can see the Beck's beer and the Heinekens.
They don't drink Slits Malt liquor.
Nah.
I guess it's different. I guess it's more different in the city than it is out, towards the the rural areas. Because I know the rural areas, these mugs around here, it's usually the Corona or Bud Light. So
white boys drink the malt liquor.
No, Bernard, good morning.
That's a bad stereotype.
Bernard, you're drinking. I don't know what time zone it is where you are. You're drinking whiskey in the morning.
Yeah, a little bit. Somewhere in the world,
just
the afternoon. So
just a little bit. Yesterday, because it was my first time, cammed up in the man cave and whatnot. It was a celebration, bitches. So I went on and did a lot of drinking on the air yesterday. Today.
Yeah, but what time is it where you are? It's got to be before noon.
Absolutely.
It's 8 o'clock in the morning where I am.
No, it's going on 11 a.m. where I'm at.
All right, so you're 3 hours, but still, man, God dang. You've had orange juice and some coffee, right?
No, this is I've been drinking mostly coffee, but when we got to talking about drinking, I was like, all right, I'm gonna do a shot and a half.
Let me
about a shot and a half.
It's some kind of Jim Beam you're drinking. What are you drinking?
No, this is honey Jack Daniels. And,
it's got a nice taste to it.
That's sweet shit.
Oh, no, that's what I like. I'm not that kind of drinker. I'm not that kind of drinker.
He ain't really a drinker, so
honey. Yeah,
if you're drinking whiskey straight at 11 o'clock in the morning, you're a drinker, all right.
I do want some ice. I do want some ice. I'm gonna get like a little. I don't know. I'm figuring out a way to get some ice next to me. You know, so when I'm on the air and I'm having a little drink, I might have one while I'm on the air. I'll try to have some ice in it. I like it. You know, sweet with some ice in it. I'm not that drinker that just drinking some hard, you know, fresh out the bottle, room temperature, Crown Royal, just burning the back of your throat for no damn reason.
Crown Royal smooth as that cognac is hot.
Yeah, either one. No, hold on.
I got a couple of years on you guys, man. I used to drink cognac all the time when I was younger until some older gentlemen from New Orleans introduced me to bourbon and good bourbons.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Small batch bourbons.
Now you talking.
Yeah, I'm trying to serve all that shit. Booker's, Baker's, Basil Hayden,
Scotch,
Knob Creek. Yeah, I haven't even acquired a taste for Scotch yet. You know, to Kamala Harris, I know that she's like super incredibly unpopular, but you guys got to put this in perspective. You don't have you don't have to. You don't have to, because of course Greeks are proud of her. Everybody should be proud of her. And I'm going to add something else. She's loosely a part of my social circle. My friend Steve, who I came up with, who I was in business with, you know, of course that means we're not friends no more. But one of my real close friends used to fuck her back in the day.
Well, goddamn.
Used to fuck her back in the day when they were at Howard, and she was fucking him when he was married. Because he got married after.
Whoa! Did she know he was married?
That sounds like a pattern.
Oh, she knew he was married and everything.
Afterwards, yeah, but I'm not.
Wait, hold on, real quick. So while they were fucking, she didn't know.
No. Steve is he's a player. You know, he's always kept a couple. He's always kept a couple of bitches in rotation.
All right. One more important question. How was the pussy? Did he tell you?
You know, I don't normally ask questions like that. I ask if you sucked a dick or not, and I can't even remember. Because you want to know something? He said.
Platt wanted to know the answer to that.
No, I don't. I'd find that out myself.
She looked good the other night, but
you ain't gonna find out how.
Oh shit! Let me get at her.
Well, I tell you what, it must not have been as good as the Filipino girl that he ended up with, because he got 6 kids with her. So, but he told me, he said, "You don't remember her?" I was like, "I don't remember." He said, "Don't you remember? She was over here at this party where that thing, and me and her were in the car together." I'm like, "For real?" He said, "I'm sure she would remember you because you didn't stop talking shit." But I was like, "I don't remember her because she wasn't that memorable. She wasn't that memorable." And he was telling me this back when she was becoming the attorney general. I said, "Well, you should give her a call." He said, "Man, I don't know if she wants to kill me or not." So, but as far as this hate that she gets, she was a prosecutor, you know, and that's what a prosecutor's job is. And when I hear all of these complaints, and of course, you know, I've got some years on me, and my perspective has changed a lot from when I was younger, because, you know, she's locking all the brothers up. Man, there was rampant ass crime. That shit was completely off the fucking hook and wild during the crack era and afterwards. And you would be, and everybody on here would be sticking their head in the sand if we don't acknowledge there's a criminal element amongst us. Some incorrigible ass. Call them what the fuck you want. Super predators. I grew up in Los Angeles around some super predators. Yeah, it's unfortunate when somebody white says it, it makes you real uncomfortable and everything and uptight. But if we say it, it's cool, right? But she's doing her job as a prosecutor. Yeah,
I grew up in LA too, though. I grew up in LA too, and I don't know. I'm not sure about that one.
Not sure about what?
Well,
I just don't say things without any foundation. Go ahead.
I know. And here's the thing, right? I mean, if you're prosecuting criminals, I suppose, right? You know, who would have an issue with prosecuting criminals? I guess my issue is the innocent brothers. That's my issue. It's the motherfuckers.
Have you ever been?
I'm not questioning the dudes who actually committed crime. I'm talking about the dudes who got locked up who were innocent, and she fought to actually keep them in, even though they were innocent. That's the issue I got.
That's what prosecutors do.
Okay, well, I'm just saying, like, I'm saying, like, as somebody who exercises and practices law, there is a component, right, of ethics that come into play. There is. I mean, are you going to argue against this?
Yes.
You're going to argue against the fact that there is an aspect of ethics that's practiced in law?
Man, you must have never been through the system yourself.
Say that again.
Have you ever caught a case?
Okay, look,
hold on. Let me answer that. I've never caught a case.
Okay, all right. Well,
let me answer your question though.
Mm-hmm.
I never caught a case because my father worked for the California State Penitentiary System for 27 years.
I don't mean that you can still catch a case.
Well, no. It actually means a whole lot because.
Well, you got scared straight. He told you understood.
No, it's not a matter. It's not a matter of being scared straight. It's a matter of understanding, how to function properly as a man in society. I understand that some people have befallen certain situations. Okay, and because of how I was raised, okay, I avoided those.
Yeah.
Right. But I also understand special circumstances because I had friends. Right. I have friends who caught bullshit ass charges over next to nothing. The same type of shit white boys used to just get it let off with a slap on the fucking wrist. That's the type of shit I got a problem with.
Hey, complex, real quick, man. I kind of lean to your side on this one, man, because I understand what the other guy is saying about the prosecutions during the crack era, whatever. But when you have thousands of people locked up long time over weed charges, I mean, come on.
Hey, dude.
Come on.
All right. Before my old ass loses my train of thought, okay?
Okay.
All prosecutors are overzealous, okay? They're there to get a conviction. And do prosecutors, and I'm talking about probably 99% of them, if they see a flaw in a case, do they reveal the flaw or do they go ahead with the prosecution? They go ahead with the prosecution. Okay. The real issue is not what prosecutors do, because the prosecutors have always done the same.
Man, look,
let me finish my thought. Every time I come over here, you guys will let me finish my thought and let me try to make it concise. Okay.
Go ahead.
The real issue that we've had, particularly with drug crime, that's the majority of the reason why there's people in prison, is the indeterminate sentencing. Not the indeterminate sentencing, the disparagement between crack cocaine and powder cocaine. Okay, that's the true issue that they've tried to address.
No, how about in the current context, non-violent drug
How can you say no to what I just said? How could you say no to what I just said? When you got Go ahead, man.
All right, here's the deal. She's been billed.
You said we can't trust these babies.
Boo, can you hear me?
I'm reading the thing.
All right, well, there. I read the super chats. I got it. We're gonna get to that.
Go ahead.
Here's the deal. She's been billed and paraded around as the black female vice president. She's there to get the black vote. She's talked about as if she's for us. She's one, barely black. She operated in her career no different from what a non-black person would have operated when prosecuting. She's married to a white man. She has nothing to do with the black community, and previously, until it became politically an advantage, she didn't even claim being black. So we're seeing the hot sauce out the bag bullshit, the dancing to Cardi B at the White House bullshit, and we just calling bullshit and saying we not going. Not to mention the Democratic Party don't got shit for black men. That's not our shit. That's what it is. So to try to do the smoke and mirrors spin move now you cutting off. Instead of trying to do the smoke and mirrors spin move on prosecutors prosecute, it's levels of fuckery going on with
yes, sir.
I like to propose one thing before you rebut real quick. I think it should be a thing where Bernard, when he sensed that some fuckery about to take place, that he take a drink. That should be almost a segment.
Oh, he gonna be drunk. He can't finish the damn show. It's always gonna be some fuckery.
Hold on. Kamala, wait a minute. Beasley, let me get this. Look, Kamala Harris is not embraced by black frats. She's not embraced by black women. Will they win? Who knows? I don't know if they're gonna win or not. But with the message is already out about her, she has never been embraced down here. She is an Indian American. Now, you know, I mean, whatever the Democrats push her off as, or you know, if it makes her change or lean toward African, which she might do to pressure, but who knows? You know, the vote's gonna happen. But this whole notion that she got the black vote locked up, that's just not true. Now they're saying that on the other side, you know, which makes you want to vote for her. But the truth is, I know all my sisters are AKAs, all of them. They don't care nothing about no damn Kamala Harris. None of them.
Well, I'll tell you this. Okay. I know the social circle that she was in. Okay. My friends, I had a lot of friends that went to Howard. In fact, I hung out there in DC for about 5 or 6 months to get out of Los Angeles for a while. Howard's all a 90% black school. Then she did. Now she's also a politician, and a politician talks out of both sides of their mouth. So she's not to be trusted in that respect. But Bernard made a good argument. But for some of the people that are coming at her, they're coming out of there based on the foundation. I'm just talking about particularly she's locking black men up. She's locked. That's what all understand. She's a member, and I don't give that much of a fuck about her where I'm defending her that much. But I'm just doing this for the sake of argument, okay? For the sake of argument, she is a member of a black sorority. She could have joined any white sorority, and she went to a black university,
HBCU.
Right.
But what's the value in that? Because I mean, I can't went to a HBCU, and I knew some non-black people that went to a HBCU. So right. What difference does that make?
I'm not even sure what
difference does that make? And she probably realized that sometime over the course. She realized that probably over the course of her growing up, from her getting out of college and getting into the professional world. She probably realized that, and she was obviously ambitious. So she probably left some of that behind, and she played the game.
Hold on, wait, time out. We got some more info about her vagina. Okay, Jalen Roddy says she gave my homie some ass back at Howard.
No,
he's talking about Beasley. My bad.
No, I got it. Actually, Steve gave her some dick, and he could have.
Well, look, but no, Beasley.
Yeah,
Beasley. She got my vote. She fucking all the homies. I'm voting for her.
Okay.
Yeah, and now I get. Yeah, man.
Why not? Shit. Why not? Shit.
I mean, whatever your criteria is, I just see everybody, and I'm a contrarian thinker. If I see everybody going one way, it just makes me think the other way. It just makes me want to explore the other way.
That. I get that, bro. But
I don't follow the crowd in the way.
Well, the arguments that you brought up, the ones about the prosecutor, the deal, I can go with that. But the other stuff, I'm like, what does that matter? I don't care that she got banged by a whole bunch of brothers. I don't care that she went to an HBCU. That doesn't mean anything to black men today.
No disrespect to Platinum Sisters, but every AKA gets banged by a bunch of brothers. I done knocked down at least a dozen of them myself.
My sisters all married, got kids, and grown women. I'm sure they're not gonna let me know, but I'm sure they had their fun. So
hey, man, it is what it is. It is what it is. AKAs, pretty girl, 20 girls for pretty girls and pinkies up and all that whole thing. But that's what she chose. So there's a point where she wanted to probably identify as black more. And
obviously that don't have nothing to do with that.
Relevant to anything though?
That has nothing to do with identifying as black.
What the fuck?
If you listen to the thought,
I'm listening, dude. Like,
no. Guys, don't let me complete a thought, and I'll try to make it real quick. What I'm saying is, if once you get a certain age, you'll realize that people go through changes in their life. Muhammad Ali put it best that the man thinks at 50 is the way that he thought at 30 is way to 20 years of his life, or 30 years of his life. The man that thought at 50 the way he thought at 20 is way to, she's changed her ambition. Her ambition decided to make her play the game and not want to identify black.
Yeah, that's really just kind of not. That's neither here nor there, man.
Absolutely here or there. This is what people do.
If I can add,
this is what people do.
Well, it sounds like from what you described that she didn't change a whole lot with her idea of sleeping with married men from college till her older years.
And that's not something I really give a fuck. I don't care
if
she's fucking.
If I can add,
you know something, you know what? I don't sleep with married women, and I haven't slept with married women. There's some things that you should respect just for your own self-interest.
No, how the fuck did this get on sex, bro?
Because it's niggas.
Because she's a woman. Because she's a woman.
Everything got to do with women here.
Man, here we go with this bullshit.
Here's the thing. The reason why she played the black card is simple. Here's the thing. Look, niggas been voting Democrat for years. The women are gonna do it. The old people are gonna do it just simply because it's Democrat. That's why she played the damn black card, because they're gonna go her way.
Okay.
Most of them. That's why. It's simple as that.
Well, look, you can vote for who you want to, man. Now everybody seems like they're enlightened, so. You know, hey, you'll get your opportunity. I'm mailing my ballot in, but I mean, like, you guys can vote any way you want to. Free country. That's what I like about America, man. And I don't, you know, the notion that I need somebody to like push me a certain direction. No, I don't like these Democrats. No, I don't like these Republicans. I'm offended by that because that's offending me. Like I'm not smart enough to make the right decision.
Shit.
So, I mean, Kamala, in my opinion, you know, I mean, I'm joking, but, you know, Willie Brown was 60. She was 29. He towed that ass up. She got a BMW and a position. I can't really necessarily be honest with you. I can't really hate on her. I mean, she's a hoe. She's getting it in. So, hey, she's an old hoe now. So,
okay. And we need a old hoe. I
didn't say that. No,
we gotta follow it to the logical conclusion.
Let's follow.
This old hoe is about to be the leader of the country when Joe Biden finally gone and
when he kicks the bucket in office. I got a feeling
when his senileness just kick all the way in a little more, like when he just get a little more mind fucked.
And I think it's at full throttle now. I really
the same chick throwing up the Wakanda sign. Yeah, that's
he looked kind of squirmy anyways. You know what I'm saying? He looked like the motherfucker you can't trust. I mean, he just looked sketch.
Well, once again, when we take that in consideration, like he said, old hoe, Joe Biden at his age, you would have to think about that. Say, I don't like Trump or I don't like the Republicans, but still, do I want to vote for Joe at his age and she might become president? So you had to make a decision. You got to sit down and think about it. That's what I'm saying.
That's kind of what the pervading. That's sort of what the assumption is, right? Like she's proxy president essentially because Joe's kind of like not really all the way here. That's kind of how that's going to go anyway.
It's not inconceivable to envision him getting elected. He's far ahead in the polls. You had this indictment yesterday of one of Trump's main dudes, Bannon, with this $25 million scam that they ran. 25 million on an online scam. That's like some GoFundMe shit to build the wall.
Yeah, to build the wall.
And I wonder what Trump's cut was that. It's not this COVID shit. They've mishandled this, and I don't know how you handle something like this anyway. But it's conceivable that she'll be president. And then I got a feeling when she becomes president, then everything's going to fall apart because it's on its way to falling apart right now, completely. You can't continue to print money and create money from out of nowhere.
Yeah,
you just can't do it. I mean, you can do it, but it's going to cause massive inflation. And automation that you guys all know about because you listen to BGS, that shit's very real. These people, these jobs, these people are not going to have jobs to go back to. And it's going to all be in her hands, and she's not going to be able to handle it. Nobody's going to be able to handle it.
We've spoken on the Brain Trust. I don't know if you checked that channel out. We that's basically our platform is based on.
Now you smart guys get to me after a while, but go ahead.
No, I was just saying we speak to it at length, so it's all just the onset of fourth industrialization.
Yeah, whenever there has been a new revolution so far as technology or just a different way of working and doing things, yeah, there's always been a loss of jobs, but there's also been a creation of other jobs. Yep. And the people that are smart enough and more and have the discipline in order to learn it and do it, they win. The ones that can't, they fall behind.
There you go.
Right.
Change.
I'm on mute for a second, fellas. I'm playing around with my camera.
So
carry on.
That whole bit about people just technology coming and then people are gonna be so out of jobs and no, it's like people that can't keep up.
It's a yes and no.
No. There's automation coming.
Right. And what that means is that if your job gets taken by automation, that means you seek another field in which you can be productive.
Not everybody's able to make adjustments.
And then they will fail.
Here's the thing.
People are in different stages of their life. You know, there is some truth to the old adage that you can't teach an old dog new tricks.
And I call BS on that because when I got married, my dad was in his 60s, and now he speaks another language because of my wife.
Because he was willing to learn.
Right. Because he was willing to learn.
Yeah. And the thing is, what people have to realize, there are plenty of jobs that guys and men can do that do not require the whole aspect of that full 4-year college experience and certification. I mean, there are other certifications that men can do that they make good money in that requires more hands-on work. So
I don't normally do this, but the someone in the chat says I watch CNN every day. I pulled cable TV out about a year ago, completely. I got the digital antenna. I don't spend hardly any time watching television. All my time is on anything that I do for media stimulus is on the internet. So no, I don't watch CNN. If they're speaking talking points that I'm saying is just it's a coincidence, or maybe there's some truth to it, or it's just a perspective. That's all. I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen, just like nobody else does.
Well, I mean, there are some conclusions that we can draw. It's just a matter of the course that's charted to get there. That's kind of where we're in right now. We know that the outcome is more of a globalized, digitized, automated infrastructure. Okay, there's I've mentioned this before. There's a report that you can look up. It's the National Security Council on Artificial Intelligence, and it's a government think tank. And people like Bezos and Musk and all those guys sit on the board of this shit. Zuckerberg, all of them, and it's basically a white paper that posits the position that in the event of sort of like a paradigm changing situation, i.e. something like a COVID, it justifies their reasoning for positioning that everything be replaced with a technological replacement if it is a legacy system. So a perfect example, like the DMV, when you go to renew your license, you have to go to the DMV, stand in line, talk to a person, fill out a form. Then you take a number, go sit down. Then you wait to get your number called. Then you go and talk to the person. You do what you got to do. Then they process the paperwork, and then something comes to you in the mail a couple weeks later. Okay, instead of doing all that, since your phones have things like two-factor authentication, facial recognition, and all that kind of shit. Well, what you do is you do your quiz online, your test or whatever, and boom, and then your license is updated in the database. There's no need for nothing. And so they say, well, why have all of that when you can just use your phone and then boom, have it all done? So when you look at, say, like the DMV, and then take that concept and apply it to every other thing, in terms of civic infrastructure and how it could be digitized. Okay, that's what we're in the midst of right now. That's why this is actually going to be something that takes place. It's so the rollout is now, basically. That's what's happening with everything. So there will not be a pre-COVID that we will be returning to.
Man, it went from alcohol to technology, just like that, huh?
Right. Yeah, I went
I didn't even bring it up. Shit.
That's cool. I like it. I went upstairs, came back down in the basement, and this mug was I was talking about technology. It's cool. That's cool. What was the conclusion?
Technology in the scope of how things are like changing, like in terms of society and shit. Like, look at what Tesla stock just did. So for anybody who's into that kind of shit, I got a little bit of it. That shit just hit $2,000 a share. Look at what Bitcoin's been doing. It clipped 12 grand earlier this week. So you can see where the money is all going. It's look at all the tech sector stocks, right? Look at anything tech based and go look what the stocks are doing and shit. And then look at everything else that's old paradigm and look what it's doing.
So is that because of earnings and performance, or is that because that there's billions of dollars in stimulus money propping this stuff up?
It's a combination. It's a combination. I mean, when you dump trillions of dollars into the economy and most of that goes to corporations, I mean, obviously what's going to happen to the stocks?
Well,
right?
No,
that's reflective of that. But then this also look at companies like NVIDIA, Logitech, Zoom. Okay. So now everybody's working from home. So guess what they're doing? They're using platforms like Zoom. So guess what happens to Zoom stock? That's not because of stimulus.
Go up, yeah.
Yeah,
think about it.
There's such a thing as fundamentals, though, and some of us still believe
there is
in them.
Such a thing.
Hold on, wait, time out, Beasley. Why do you sound like you got a problem with the stimulus helping? Like you seem like you're very liberal. So the stimulus money being liberally handed out, and if it's helping, it's benefiting, you should be like high five. That's what It's like you're being critical.
I'll say this, Bernard.
I'm not sure what you're asking me.
Well, okay. Do you have a I mean, it sounded like you.
I didn't get a quarter of stimulus money, and I'm self-employed. And
no, I wasn't talking about.
I'm trying to understand what you're asking me.
Okay, well, maybe because I was on my phone looking at some shit, so maybe I misheard.
No, you probably
were you criticizing the stimulus checks? That's what I'm asking.
No. Stimulus checks, the little $1,200 that individuals got. No, I'm glad people are getting it so they won't break into my house and try to get to my food. What I'm talking about, I'm talking about the $2 trillion, okay, that was created by the Fed and the Treasury, okay, and that was given to the investment banks, was given to your Wells Fargos, your Citicorps, with the purpose of propping the stock market up, of buying stocks so that the people with 401ks and the people that are invested in the stock market, which is the majority of the people with any kind of dollars, so that it would stop the free fall. Because if you remember, there was a free fall of 1,000, 2,000 points a day, and the stock market had lost 30% of its value, which is trillions of dollars. So in order to stop that happening, they gave the investment banks $2 trillion, which they're periodically investing, and they're propping these stocks up. So you're talking about a couple of different things, and that's
right. No,
that's an artificial means. That's blowing air in a balloon in a bubble, and when you do that, it bursts. Because I've seen it happen before.
Well, here's the thing about that. The Fed is, first of all, the Fed has dumped way more than $2 trillion, and so we'll go ahead. They put way more in, and the other thing too is that the Fed has indicated that they can pretty much print however much money they want to. Like there's an interview with I can't remember the guy, the Fed chairman. I'm trying to remember his name at the moment. But basically, this was maybe like about 3-4 months ago. He was just kind of like, we have the ability to do this in perpetuity. So the whole.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, so the whole notion or idea here is that the way, at least in how we've analyzed it on the brain trust and how we view it. Okay, there are companies that essentially will be serving as part of the infrastructure going forward. So those companies would have to receive these types of fundings and investment opportunities, because in the future these companies will have a major role or play a major role in infrastructure. These tech companies will actually roll out their products and services as a part of infrastructure. So
that's a low blow. That's a low blow. That's a guy. That's the lowest blow of all. That's the lowest blow of all.
Take it,
you should
take it how you want it. But like I said, I gave you.
Not you. Somebody said that I'm that nutcase RBR, that we're fucking brothers.
Oh, holy shit, dude! I didn't see that.
Hey, I'm the fucking. I'm the smart one that knows what he's talking about, though.
Yeah. You ain't RBR.
Shit.
Hey, if y'all ain't brothers, y'all at least play cousins. Y'all,
I know.
Y'all at least play cousins.
Yes.
Hold on. So what I just said doesn't make any sense to you guys?
Because here's the thing.
I didn't.
Just
say
yes
that.
or no. What I just said doesn't make any sense to you guys?
No, I'm not saying that it doesn't make any sense. I'm just basically proposing to you, based on that report that I was telling you about, the National Security Council on Artificial. Read that position paper, because I haven't. No. I'm okay, but what I'm saying is I'm referencing an actual government report that would suggest to you why you're seeing what you're seeing in the fucking stock market as it relates to tech companies, man. That's all I'm saying.
Oh no. Tech not only is the future, it's like the Bible. It's the past, it's the present, it's the future. It's where it's at.
There you go.
They show all the richest guys in the world. They're all tech guys, from Larry Ellison.
Did you see that? I think it was earlier this week. They said since COVID, they looked who's fucking.
Yeah, they're making more. They're making more money. Yeah, they're making more
all
money.
The tech. It was everybody was in tech. That is just their fucking.
And their values, their net worth are usually 85-90% of it is the stock value of the companies that they own and they control. So, which is being artificially pumped up.
Hey,
and if you guys don't understand anything about finance,
I already told you the Fed chair already said that the Fed has the ability to print money into perpetuity. What do you mean? We already understand.
Listen, young man, that doesn't mean that there's not consequences.
Okay. Here's the thing.
There's obvious consequences.
Right, and the consequences of increasing the debt, the national debt, from 9 trillion to 15 trillion are dire. Are dire.
You know what?
That's all that I'm saying.
Beasley,
wait a minute. It's 27.6 now.
I will give you that argument, Beasley, but one argument that I will not give you, which I will align you with RBR, is that Kamala is all right. Nah, bro. Nah. Big Mala, she not right. She not right.
I didn't say that she was all right. I'm just pointing out some obvious things that anybody should know who's been through the system about prosecutors.
What you said was that you were being contrarian for contrarian's sake. And with that being said, gentlemen, I gotta bounce, man.
I'm naturally a contrarian.
You said you got a roll.
Well, there you go. What's up?
Sorry.
You said you got a bounce?
Yeah, I got work in a few, bro.
And, here's the other thing to remember with all of that.
Hold on, let me go get my tinfoil hat and go hang out with RBR.
Real quick, before y'all get the tinfoil hats. New, thank you for that cash app. Appreciate that. And a few people dropped some super chats that I forgot to shout out because I was, moving around and whatnot. Brandon, thank you for the cash app. And just Brandon and New are the most recent cash apps. And anybody who dropped the super chat, I appreciate it. I try to make sure I read them out. But that damn fucking what was his name? Carnell, I forgot who just sent that. He killed you.
Carnell Black.
Yeah, Carnell Black. Yeah, he killed you with that super chat. That was funny.
Yeah, that was the super chat of the day so far.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
You guys are picking on me now.
Just a little bit. It's all love. It's all love.
But yeah. I think
let me get the X-Files music ready though while you're here. You know,
what's that?
I said I got to get the X-Files music ready because eventually you gonna go there on us.
Not hardly, dude. It's with all due respect, it's your lack of understanding and your lack of knowledge.
Right.
It really is because there's nothing.
That sounds RBR-esque.
All right.
Yeah.
Don't listen.
Here's the main thing to really understand is this one simple fact. Who pays everybody?
You guys are fucking with the notorious fucking troll that's trying to be fucking nice.
No, I'm not being a troll.
I'm not you. No. I'm the notorious troll, and they're poking the notorious troll, and I'm not gonna let you niggas trigger me this morning. Yeah. It ain't gonna fucking happen. You know what? You guys are entitled to think what you want. Take a shot.
I'm not thinking anything. I know this. There's one type of people that employ everyone. It's the wealthy. So the fact is, anytime money moves, it's got to go there first because they're the only ones that have the money to be able to pay anybody to do a job.
Bernard, what branch of government is the Federal Reserve? Is it the legislative, the judicial?
That shit don't matter.
I'm asking Bernard a question. What branch of government is the Federal Reserve? Is it the legislative, the judicial? What are the three branches of government?
Dude, I don't play them pop quiz games.
Wait a minute.
It don't matter. The money control all three of them.
Hold on. Bernard, it's not a tough question, Bernard.
Hold up, wait a minute. I know it's not. Hold up. It's legislative, judicial, and
executive.
Executive. There you go.
Mr. Shane Bitches.
So
let him
read the super chat.
So what branch of government is the Federal Reserve of those three branches?
I already told you. I don't know. Educate me.
It doesn't matter. The money, whoever controls the money controls all three of them. Money, the power, whoever controls the money controls all three. Because once you have the money, hell, you running every damn thing.
But he's trying to set you up for a trap.
I'm not trying to set him up for anything, and it's not bullshit. Whatever, Bernard. That's your lack of understanding that I'm talking about.
No. First of all,
okay.
That's your lack of understanding of the foundation.
Hold on. Wait. All right. Here's the deal. There's very possible somebody could have a lack of understanding of something. And when I have a lack of understanding of something, I have the tendency to say, hey, I don't know, educate me, explain it, break it down. But if the thing that But if the thing that you're breaking down is explaining is some conspiracy theory stuff, and I'm not even saying that we're there. And I'll even be honest, I've been for like the last 20 minutes, I've been trying to fix my camera and trying to get shit right. I don't even know dude, you gotta relax.
I said I got you. I'm very relaxed.
All right. I don't think people who, when you come with conspiracy theory stuff.
Hold on, I asked you.
Wait a minute.
No. I asked you the three branches of government. That's not a conspiracy theory.
I understand that part.
So then what are you talking about conspiracy theory?
When you were talking about my lack of understanding of things, when we were talking about tinfoil hat stuff, and I said something about breaking out the X-Files music for you, the X-Files theme song, I was referring back to when you did get in conspiracy theory land when you were on here the last time. Wait a second. I'm speaking in general. I'm not even breaking down what you have said, because most of what you said, I don't even know what you have been saying and what your point has been. All right. So let me just concede that out the point. I don't even know what your major point is. Only thing I'm saying is that when somebody is talking something that's in the realm of conspiracy theory, you don't get to say out of just outright just fiat that you just don't understand. Because if what you're talking about was something that could just be understood, it wouldn't be considered conspiracy theory stuff. Conspiracy theories are called conspiracy theories because it's really not that much evidence for it. If it was evidence for it, it would just be a theory.
All right. Well,
when we were talking about tinfoil hat stuff,
I was making a joke. I was making a joke. I don't wear tinfoil hat. I don't believe in conspiracy. I debunk them. I don't believe in Pizzagate. I don't believe in most of the conspiracies out there. I debunk them. But listen.
But do you believe in Big Mama Michelle?
I don't even know who the fuck Big Mama Michelle is. Hold on, Bernard. What I'm telling you is this, and what the young man was saying earlier was right. Money controls it all. Okay, the Federal Reserve are private bankers. Okay,
this is what I was coming up here to say. The Fed is a private institution. The Treasury is a part of the government.
Right, and they work hand in hand, and they control monetary policy and the creation of money, M1, and the creation of the money supply. And their job is to keep inflation down, but they also have to keep the economy flowing at the same time. So they do things with interest rates, and they do other things with money supply to keep this thing going.
That would be under the executive branch.
Well, the Treasury Department is part of the executive branch, but they work. The Federal Reserve runs things. The private bankers run things. And what you have is this, and this is where it comes into conspiracy theory, okay?
Let me get my aluminum foil real quick.
Oh, no, this is real simple stuff, and the majority of the people chat got it because the majority of the people chat know that the Federal Reserve is a private entity, okay? Of private bankers. And what it is that you're able to. If you're able to have a country in debt, Rothschild said, okay, that I don't need to control the government, just let me control the currency, and he'll control everything else. And I invited you, and I even offered a book for you to read, Bernard, to make it a whole lot easier for you to understand. And it's okay that you don't, just because you don't know something doesn't make it a conspiracy theory.
Yeah, well, hold up.
Or aligning with a lunatic like RBR. That's a slap in the face.
I don't call it a conspiracy theory.
Hold up, just one second. 1 second. The U.S. Treasury falls under the executive branch. Now, I never said the Federal Reserve or whatever, what he's talking about. When he said Treasury, that's executive. Now, hold up. You guys, first of all, I mean, I don't know why we're going way out there and all this,
right.
Banker, all that stuff,
Look, this shit's important. This is what makes everything tick.
Obama.
Look.
Right. SKC. Why you keep whispering Obama?
Oh, I'm conjuring up RBR.
I watched him one time. I was like, who is this crazy motherfucker? This dude's a nutcase.
They do sound alike. Even, I mean, the voice does sound very similar. I'm not trying to call you him, but y'all do sound alike.
So are you listening to what I'm saying? Are you listening?
No, what I'm saying is even the way y'all voice sounds, it sounds similar. That's what I'm saying.
The inflection, the use of certain terms and so forth. It's almost like a mirror image, man. You're almost making me feel like you're trying to troll and play RBR right now.
I'm not.
Oh man.
So let me ask you this then. Since it's turning into something like this, you think you're smarter than me? Both of you, right there.
No. I just think I am who I am.
He's cackling again. Hold on.
No, he's cackling because he sounds just like him. That's why.
All right. Well, that's his concern. I don't even know the dude like that. That's who I sound like. So what are you saying? What I'm saying? I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe I
Nobody said that.
I just need you to say, you dope coons, they're controlled by the white supremacists.
What's wrong with you, man? Have you been drinking this morning?
No, he finds pleasure in simple things, man.
Hold up. Now, I don't keep up with this stuff, but I just went and looked it up. It's not the Federal Reserve. It's not controlled by any of them on purpose. And then these guys, they start talking like they're talking. Well,
exactly.
Well, no, you gotta understand, man. The Federal Reserve, man, that's about all of that. He said, "What are you talking about, bro?" It's like, no, it's the conspiracy, man. So you gotta understand the system, man. So you don't know shit. What are you talking about? They created this shit on purpose not to be controlled.
The name of the book for any of you.
I'm gonna get out of here, Bernard. Thanks for having me on.
The name of the book, Q497.
Hey, who just said they was leaving? Hold on. Somebody just said they was leaving. Peace, salute. Whoever said that.
The name of the book, Q497.
I don't know who that was that just left.
Is Ruled by Secrecy by Jim Marrs.
Is that RBR's alter ego?
That's Obama, motherfucker. Don't play with me.
Somebody needs to learn.
Don't play with me. You get
somebody needs to learn how to control their background noise.
Is somebody talking or that background noise? All right, I'm letting the show go to shit right now. What's going on? Is somebody actually talking? Colonel Black, thanks for that super chat. I appreciate that. He says SKC dumb coon niggas.
That's right. I just need.
Hey Bernard, do you hear background noise on my phone?
Everybody be quiet. No. Were you trying to talk earlier?
Let me speak, because usually when you use StreamYards on different device, it's starting to do something with the audio.
No, you good. I don't hear nothing coming from you.
Okay.
You
Okay.
good. I think everybody is.
Who's that old man talking about Rock?
Oh shit! Come on, now you just gonna come
no. Who's talking about Rock Shaw?
And you show me an old man.
The one that's speaking. Who you, sir?
I'm an old man. Do you even know?
You don't have a clue how old he is. So let's just.
No. But hold on a second.
All right. So, beyond that. How much?
Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
Hey, can y'all do me a favor? Like, just give me some host respect when I start talking like this. Stop, because I'm not talking just to talk over you. I'm talking to just try to make sure that the person trying to make the point is being heard, and then I'm gonna send it to the next person who wants to respond to that point. So, Beasley, out of curiosity, how old are you?
The fuck am I taking a goddamn census question, man? Fuck.
That's all right.
Right. I'm old enough. But let's see what the little goofy motherfucker wants to ask me a goddamn question. Ask me a question, motherfucker.
Dude. I think people are you got accused of being old a couple times, so I think people.
Hold on a second. What's your question, Chaos Rain?
You're gonna avoid giving your age, like.
And hurry the fuck up with your slow ass.
There's the RBR that I'm looking for.
Beasley. Time out, everybody. Beasley, pump the brakes, because I mean, people have cracked a joke on you, but ain't nobody disrespected you, so don't disrespect Chaos.
Any type of joke is a disrespect.
Not really. No, like, come on.
Everybody has different levels. Go ahead.
I know, but I know it's my show. I'm setting the tone. We can crack jokes. We can have some fun, but we pumping the brakes on that type of shit right there. We ain't about to be doing that right there.
Yeah.
I'm calling it right there. So, all right, go ahead, Chaos.
My question to Beasley. How many books have you read on these people called the Rothschilds?
The who?
The Rothschilds. What books have you read about these people?
You said Rothschild?
Rothschild. Oh my God.
I'm trying to hear you. It sounded like you said Rothschild.
Chaos. Hold on, wait. Chaos. If there's a point you want to make, I want you to just get to the point. I hate when people do pop quiz questions. Have you done this? Have you looked at this?
No, because when we throw out,
just get to where you're going. Just get to
because when people talk about,
I'm familiar.
Chaos got the floor. Let him have it. All right, go ahead. Chaos.
I find it ironic people talking about conspiracy theories, this, that, and they throw on people's names because they go by what they watch on YouTube. I don't go with my time talk about these people that run bigger institutions or what they call shadow governments, all this stupid shit. I ask, say, what books have you read on it? Because these people do write and tell on each other. Are you aware of that? That's my point.
People do what?
They write books on each other. They tell you
what people.
Look,
I'm trying to understand where he's coming from.
The same thing that you're talking about. You throwing.
Wait. Let me just offer this. Look,
anything that I'm repeating is not coming from a YouTube video.
You gotta
the foundation for what I'm telling you about.
Obama.
Man, I can't do this with this dude, man.
Yeah, hold up. Look,
you let do it. But you don't want me to fire back.
No, hold up, Beats.
Well,
Look,
it's the difference
But
between saying,
but
I can't. Look, Beats. You can.
Go ahead, Platt. You got it, Platt.
No, you can say whatever you want, BC. But all I'm saying is, to me, in my opinion, this is a rabbit hole. The Federal Reserve. I mean, this stuff. This is rich money. This is shit that they created on purpose. They don't want it controlled. When dudes, from a perspective of a common man, start talking this shit, we ain't got no influence over this shit. Like, they give a fuck what we think or what we won't conclude after this discussion. Look, they put it on.
I totally agree with you, Platinum. I'm with you 100%.
Thank you. And see that we're at 26.5 trillion in debt. So they're gonna add another 3 with this new stimulus. So they're gonna go up to 30. So we get into the point. I'm telling you, well, this is where I disagree. I know about inflation, but this is where I disagree. If you think the United States is going implode on itself and we're gonna be broke and Great Depression, that shit ain't gonna happen. That shit's not gonna happen.
I didn't say that.
So I'm saying, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, somebody needs to learn. You talking about we finna solve the Federal Reserve problem, and we got motherfuckers who can't even solve how to cut their fucking mics off so there's no background noise.
No, I didn't say we're gonna solve it. We were just talking about it because we were talking about finance. And it started off, we were talking about stocks, and he was making about how these stocks were a viable instrument when they're being propped up.
I thought we was talking about beer, and then we went to Big Mala.
All right, General, my man, General in the building. Go ahead and save us, General.
Hey, what's up, man? Hey, what's going on? You guys are having a very interesting conversation this morning. Here is what I want to see happen on a personal note. I want to see Mr. Donald Trump be reelected, so some of these niggas who are supporting him will get what they're asking for. And when all of this shit come back to bite you in your ass and you're sitting here looking stupid as fuck, you'll understand why there was a need for a change. If you're sitting here and you're following, let me finish, man. I'm not here to argue. I'm not here to banter back and forth either. I'm here to have a conversation. I want to talk to the topic and not to the people. All right. If you're sitting here watching this guy, his handling of the country and the things and the way in which he's conducting himself, you're going to be in for a pleasant surprise if this guy gets 4 more years. Point blank, period. You can look for another war. It's on the horizon. Yep, another war is on the horizon. Believe that or not. This whole thing about the little money that they're giving out, what are they calling it? This little financial assistance that they're giving out. This is just a test. This is a test to see how much they can dwindle down the economy and dwindle down the job market and make people more dependent on the government. That's all this is, ladies and gentlemen. If you're listening, that's what the stimulus package is designed to do. This is a test market to see about the UBI, the unit-based income. How much can we get away with the minimum, what the minimum is that we can give people to live off of? That's what it is. And if you have not traveled outside of the United States of America and you haven't been to countries who have things set up, systems set up like that, financial systems set up like that, you're in for a rude awakening. I'm just going to tell you what it is. Get ready to start growing your own food, your own vegetables, get you a chicken and a couple of eggs because it's coming. Period. If you're not paying attention to what's happening on TV, if you're not paying attention when you go on the grocery stores and you're looking at the price of meat, vegetable, beef, chicken, what have you, if you're not looking at that stuff, then I pity the fool because it's coming down the pike.
So it sounds like, General, that you're saying that if you're a productive person, you have nothing to worry about. But if you're unproductive, then you're going to be living on the state.
See, here's what's going to happen, right?
That's got to be the dumbest thing. That's got to be the dumbest thing I ever heard.
It really does. It really does because you got to understand.
That's got to be the stupidest thing I ever heard. You know nothing about. You know nothing about.
General was trying to explain something.
Go ahead.
So you have to understand that one group within a society affects the other group within the society. Okay, the haves will be affected by the have-nots. So when you think because you're productive and you're safe and you're in your little gated communities, if you don't think that people that ain't got it gonna come get it, you're sadly mistaken.
Oh, okay.
You are sadly mistaken if you want to roll your Lexus from your job into your little gated community and you don't expect somebody to fucking put that pistol, that heat in your face and tell you to let me get that, come up off of it. You're sadly mistaken. If you're not in a position to where you can stay within the sanctity and the safety of your home, you're sadly mistaken. Again,
I take my chances.
Again, what affects one group, the haves, and what affects the other group, the have-nots, it will have an adverse effects on both groups. Because if people ain't got
you just give the have-nots entertainment.
But see, that's not gonna cut it because entertainment is not gonna see you know, Supreme, I fucks with you, but sometimes you push to
Supreme King.
You distract them with WAP.
Let me explain something
and give them a few scraps, and they'll be
fine.
fine.
Let me explain something.
So SKC, you're gonna so you know how to control. You know how to control the people. You know how to operate government and control millions of people, right? That's what you're saying.
No, I'm saying that it's already being. I'm saying that it's already being done.
You said, but very flippantly. Oh, it's very easy. This is just what you do.
You have
that level.
Hold on, B. Let me shoot something to him right quick.
Go ahead.
You know, that's what happened to Saddam Hussein, right? You know, there was a certain group that was very productive, and they were at the high end of the society, and the haves didn't have. This guy had soccer fields and stadiums lined with American dollars. I was there on ground. We found them. And when the people when civil unrest came, you saw what happened to him. There was a need for a change. So you got to understand how things actually work there's a difference how it works on the ground politically and how it works in the office politically. They can tell you whatever they want to tell you from the office, but what's actually happening at ground zero is two totally different things, my brother.
Tell them how many billions Gaddafi had.
Shit, you better figure it out.
Who knows? And what happened to him?
Well, they paraded him through the streets. All of that free education and free medical school and free housing and all of that shit. Yeah, some people were getting it, but everybody wasn't getting it. So
that's right.
When you travel outside of these countries, when you travel outside of the United States and you go to these foreign countries that have certain things set in play like UBI and people get a basic level of money to support themselves, civil unrest is afoot. It's gonna happen. See, Saudi Arabia and all of those countries, they're a little bit different because they have a natural resource that, unlike what we have here in the States. This is why you don't hear about the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. This is why you don't hear about Dubai. This is why you don't hear about civil unrest in those countries. Everybody that has a job in Dubai, they're from outside of Dubai. They're not born citizens of the UAE. Everybody that works and drives a cab, works at McDonald's, hang clothes in their malls, everybody that fucking fix the streets, drive buses, those are expats. They come from outside of the country. They can do it because they have a small population. We can't do that here in this country. We've lost over how many millions of jobs? I believe the last count was over 40 plus million jobs that are never to be returned. Walmart, your super center, the mainline super center that we have here went from 24 hours to fucking 8 at best. So yeah, I want to see. I want to see. I'm gonna finish. I'm gonna pass the mic. I want to see the Trump administration get another 4 years. So all this laughing and cackling and all of this support, and watch what happens. I'm gonna sit back. I'm gonna sit back. I'm gonna stack my ammo. I'm gonna make sure my Desert Eagle 50 and my Desert Eagle 40, my AR-15. I'm gonna make sure that they're clean. I'm gonna stack my little fucking rations.
And people have been saying this for decades.
That's no way. Hold your thought, SKC, because that's what Colonel Black kind of super chatted. So I do want to get General's response to this. But by the overall, good shit, General. You know, you brought some good shit to the table. I like it.
So that's not a conspiracy theory.
No.
Yeah, it's tinfoil. I got.
Wait, hold on.
Bucket of aluminum right now.
Time out. Some of what he said was, in pocket. Then he projected, and that's what this super chat is kind of getting into. He made predictions of what will happen. You can make a prediction, So I don't think what he said. Everything isn't tinfoil hat. He started out in pocket saying, "This is what happened here. This is my prediction of what will happen." And from a frame of reference, we can look at what happened over here at some other place, and I forgot what he said. And when that happened over there, we saw that happen there.
I got you, Bernard.
So General, so what he said was in pocket with a prediction that may or may not happen. But this is what Colonel Black is getting into. He said what the general is saying. My grandfather told me in 1995, word for word. I asked him when. He walk away saying, "You will see, young buck. You will see." Thanks, Donald, back for the super chats. I appreciate that. But but overall, good shit, General. Good shit. But go ahead and respond to that concept that people have been saying for years.
Check it out.
This was going to happen. Go ahead.
So check it out. Since 1995, we've been able to do what? We've been able to rely on the things that we have been able to put aside as a country. You understand? We've been able to finagle other countries out of their main resource, which is oil. He who controls the oil on the globe controls the globe. All right? Who has the largest reserve of oil right now? What country?
Iraq.
Wrong. Look again.
Iraq was my guess. Educate us.
The United States, right?
The United States has the largest oil reserve in the world right now. This is why we're able to project power anywhere on the globe within 24 to 48 hours. Other countries can't do it. If China could support their army and their navy and their air force the way that we could, they would have been come over here and took this motherfucker. That's a military fucking no. That is not a tinfoil thought. If Russia could sustain their military the way that we can, they would have been come over this motherfucker and made a strike on the soil here. You see, so and none of this is classified. It's all out there for you. Within the last 7 years, we've had over 17 different close calls with Russian and Chinese vessels in open waters and international waters. Those things don't happen just by coincidence. It's out here.
Clue says, trucker about to get on the road. I'll be listening. Salute. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate that. And my man, Dollar Washer in the building. He says BGS could explain it well. Yeah, BGS is good on these topics. BGS got a lot of knowledge and wisdom.
The General, I got a question.
You're absolutely right. BGS can explain it. You know why? Because he studies it and he's in the know. And I can't disagree with anything that he says because I don't know where he's getting his information from. Maybe he's reading, maybe he's researching it. But a lot of the shit that I know personally, that I've seen personally because of what I do within the DOD, I can tell you that it's actual facts. The only reason why we've been able to sustain the way that we have as a country from 1990 all the way through until now, because it's always a bailout. Every 8 years, we bail out. We do a big upturn. We dump tons of money into the economy, and we bail out. But at the same time, we're constantly offshoring jobs. At the same time, we're constantly cutting away from the little man, the everyday man, the citizen.
But General, it's only going to come to a point where you can't bail out no more. It's like you're just on a time clock with this.
Exactly. It's going to come to a point where we can't bail out anymore.
I like to ask you a important question, General, because you're in the military. Because outside America, that this is like armed to the teeth. Every citizen is armed. So imagine if other foreign invaders are able now to control the seas now and travel here. I wonder how much of a fight they'll have to come over here and know every American citizen is armed to the teeth.
Y'all know I'm not saying everything, but y'all know a lot of these same
that's a question
and arguments were put in the 1970s. Y'all do know that, right?
Yes, it was actually in the 60s during the Cold War. But
some of the exact same statements that are being said today. The next generation, man, they ain't gonna be no America.
No, and I'm not saying that it's not going to be in America.
Yeah, I don't think you went that far.
Okay, so let me give you a few pointers right quick. Right now, in the Black community, at least, we know that 80% of our homes are headed by single parent households, right?
By females,
right? Single parent, right?
Yeah.
Maybe that number may be a little high, but I'm just
80%. You mean 80% of our children are in single mother households?
Okay, there you go. Now, these same single mothers have to eventually go to work. Now there's no school to act as the proxy daycare during the day while these single parents are working, right?
Correct.
So what's gonna happen to them? What's gonna happen to that single mother of one who has a school-aged child, who works at the bank, who works at the fucking Walmart Supercenter, who works at the hospital as a nurse? Now she either has to change her time of scheduling of work, or she has to incur some extra debt to hire somebody to sit at home with her child, which we know that a lot of people in our society, the black society, are not at liberty to do so because they don't have the expendable cash.
Unless they go to my fans only.
So now what's going to happen? You got to look at it. It's the second and third orders of effect. So you now have to understand what's going to happen, right? Those people are going to have to either quit their jobs or, I don't know.
Tough titty.
Or they go out to sell their ass on my fans only and stay home.
Yeah, get your OnlyFans and you can solve both problems.
Which they do right now.
Right, but see that aligns with what Supreme King Coon talks about. That aligns with the nigga shit. That's nigga man and nigga woman shit.
Well, there you go. There you go. So bust it wide open.
I have to give you a point right there, Supreme King Coon. Now, so when that market for OnlyFans become oversaturated, then what happens? Because niggas are not going to have real
prostitution.
Hold on. Niggas are not going to have that expendable cash if things keep going the way they're going, because these jobs are going away too.
Man, pussy going to be cheap right now, JJ.
But if you don't have the money to get the pussy, what are you going to do?
Hey, General, and I hate to put it this way, man, because I got to go in a little bit, because I got to go in a little bit, General. But the end comes to this, General. If he dies, he dies.
No, look. Hold up. General, you were serious and we were joking. I didn't know it was go this far. I just
but see, again, I have to go back inside with Supreme King Coon. As much as I hate him, that's our problem. We look at everything as a fucking joke. It's funny. It's ha. When that motherfucking when shit go to shit, and you go to work and they say, "Hey man, the plant's closed. We ain't got no job for you." Then now what we gonna do?
Now wait a minute, General. Now I'm being serious. If the woman has to make a decision whether now she going to work for income for the kid,
why else would she be going to work?
Wait a minute.
If she's a single parent, how else is she going to sustain life for her and her children?
Wait a minute, because of this COVID, if she has no place to take her kid, then she would probably have to stay with the kid. Now, are you asking me or this panel? I don't know. I don't know what her options are. I'm not a single mother. Okay, so I don't know what her options are. But I'm saying, obviously, to me, if the choice is going to work, there's nobody to watch the kid. The kid's, say, 8 or 9. It has to be homeschooled. But I got to go to work, but I don't have money to watch the kid. So obviously, the choice, it's a no-brainer. You have to stay home with the kid. Now, I don't know.
Which is why they need Big Mala to help.
No, now you don't know. Hold up. Now you're joking, but you're right.
But
maybe
again,
if she had a family
that ain't no joke.
But again, politically, SKC, we're talking about what? Cuts. We're cutting aid.
Which is the right thing to do.
Right. But at the same time, you're not substituting anything.
You don't need to substitute.
You're not. There are no job. What I'm saying is there's no employment opportunities out there.
Right.
Okay. Well, hold up. I can. Well,
it's called the cliff.
No.
Right.
No. You can raise a family. You can raise children. You can be poor, but you can raise a family. With just enough to eat. You're helping the kid grow. You're teaching the kid, and maybe some. You can use off the air. Over the air television. So you don't need the entertainment. Doesn't have to even be a. The PS4.
So now
none of that.
So okay.
What I'm saying is this, General. What I'm saying is this. You can't look. I'm not. Okay, go ahead. Because I'm gonna say I'm not saying it's comfortable, but I'm saying it is possible.
Thank you, Platinum. You scale back all of those other fringe luxuries that you have that you call necessities, but are actually luxuries. You don't have them no more. You scale back and you do what you got to do to survive.
Right. You scale back and now you do what you got to do to survive. I'm in a total agreement with that.
You can't have a PS5. You can't have a 65-inch TV in your house. You got to wash your clothes by hand. You got to do other stuff.
It's not about that. Now you're going to ask somebody to take a permanent pay cut. You're going to ask somebody to go on a permanent pay cut. Now I have to stay at home with my school-age children, or even a family of 2. Now one person you're going to cut your family income in half. Let's not just talk about the single parent. Let's not just talk about the single parents.
Now it's coming full circle. You guys,
right? Let's talk about the married people. So now, Supreme King Coon, you and your wife are both employed. Are you prepared to take that half a pay cut?
I am.
Well,
so good, Supreme Court. See, that's
you're in a good position. But it is something that you're not really looking forward to doing.
But that's what planning does for you.
Exactly.
It's called sacrifice. But you know, when I look at my grandparents, when I look at my grandfather's birth certificate, I mean his what was his marriage license, or one of them was one. He was a farmer. He didn't have a job. He was a farmer.
So
he grew his
he grew modern black man and modern black woman to go back to the 50s or 40s.
They might have to if they want to raise the family. They might have to.
And that's good. And it's good, Platinum, because what it does is it takes the titty out their mouth from the state, because what you have is individuals, what people don't really want to talk about, is they have individuals that are saying, hey, I'm independent. I can make my own decisions in life, and my personal decisions with this other person and so forth, that should be nobody's business. But then when things go wrong, they want the public to come in and the state to come in and fix it. No, deal with the personal problems that you made for yourself.
I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm telling you that the way that the society has been shaped over the past 30 years, motherfuckers ain't finna give it up like that. Period. So now this is why I say I hope Mr. Trump gets another 4 years, so we can see when the crime and the shit hits the fan. We're going to see what type of crime bill. We're going to see if he's still going to be talking about releasing thousands of fucking individuals that are incarcerated. We're going to see what's happening.
General, I follow everything
We're going to watch more jails go up. All of these schools, look, this is the plan. All of these schools that are going to be vacant, they're going to be renovated and turned into jails. Let's say
that happens, General. Let's say that happens.
SKC War Master 7 sent a super chat. He says, if she has no money for weave, so be it. Get married. Goddamn. Thank you for the cash app, War Master 7. Appreciate that. And also, I can't pronounce your name. I'm gonna assume the Y is silent. I'm just gonna say VNow23. Yeah. All right. Thank you for the super chat. It says the real question is, why is she a single mother? And my man Nuruddin came through the super chat. He says, get the CDL license and drive trucks. I don't know how that. Yeah, I mean, hey, truck driving, good profession. Good profession.
Yep, those jobs are getting ready to go away too.
Wait. Hold up, General. I follow what General is saying, but General, you have to be careful with what you're saying, because it's coming out like we have no choice but to vote for Democrats.
No,
that's the way it's coming out.
Let me say that. Did you hear what I said?
He was about to say something though before Platinum jumped in.
Did you hear what I said?
Yes, I did.
I hope that Mr. Trump gets another 4 years. So you go ahead on and cast your vote and you support it, and he'll get another 4 years. That's all I'm saying.
So General, the only thing I was saying, General, is this. Let's say if it goes all as you stated. And you know, I'm saying that sounds even somewhat reasonable. They open up schools and they turn them into jails and so forth. Okay, what's wrong with that?
Damn.
If you have a whole bunch of people that made a whole bunch of rash decisions with their lives, and now they have to bite the consequences of it, what's wrong with that?
Is that a Southern twang I hear in your voice? No wonder. No wonder.
And how is that independent working out? Thanks for that super chat, Nuruddin. He came through with another one and says, I intend to invest in those jails. Says, okay, that's some bullshit. Let me ask you a question, General. I can't go that far with the fuckery saying I'm going to invest in the jail shit. But real quick.
Let me say this real quick. The general brought it all the way around. And what it comes down to is that with the increase of this debt, okay, and everything else that goes on, your standard of living decreases.
Okay.
And Americans aren't used to that and aren't going to stand for it. Maybe some will. Maybe some will, but there's many that are not.
And what are they going to do about it?
They're not going to be able to do anything. The national debt's going to go up. The rich are going to get richer. The poor is going to get poorer. And it's just the way things are now. There's nothing. You can vote for who you want to vote for, but I'm just saying the notion that we're all going to vote one way because of the national debt. That's insane. They don't care.
So let's project this. General, you said that this guy's going to do 4 more years. I say most presidents do 2 terms on the average, unless there's a change of administration this come election. So let's say they're going to build more jails, which they intend to do. What's going to happen when you have 2 people that's up in line running for president that already shown a track record of locking more people up? What's the possibility of what they're going to do once they get in there? And that's what's leading to.
How many books have you read on that?
Well, hopefully the past won't be the potential. Now, we know what their stance is on crime and crime bills and all these things, right? We can only hope that they've sat back and they've watched over the past 4 years as the country has taken a turn drastically for the worse, right? The loss of jobs. Hopefully they won't go down that same pathway. But if we sit here and you continue to support and say Trump is the best thing ever, yeah, there's some people that's getting paid off of it, but at what cost? What happens after Trump? What's the second and third orders of effect after he leaves office if he gets another term and he can't be president anymore? What happens then?
Well,
what's the future for your children, your grandchildren?
Hold your thought, Chaos. War Master 7 sent another one. He says Trump reads Reagan's playbook. Thank you for the Cash App, War Master 7, coming through hard and heavy on the Cash Apps. I appreciate that. Go ahead, Chaos. You got the mic.
Like I said, from what was given in the past has shown in the present and will continue in the future. And since these 2 people that's running for office, that a lot of black people said the reason why they want to vote them in is because they hate Trump and he's a racist. And not knowing, saying, you are giving your time and energy to someone that if it's not getting you where you have to be productive and get your shit together, that's a Republican office. I don't know what is. Sitting there hoping that somebody's going to sit there and say somebody else is going to change and correct the situation in America is not. So you're better off, if you don't have a plan out, better draw a plan out. So
Chaos, because it seems like to me, like there's this huge trend of people that are saying, okay, well, what happened if this? And I'm like, hey, these individuals in certain sectors of America have been in a generational way. They have been pushing off and passing the buck of responsibility to other parts for generations. It can't go on.
That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is you watch the leader of the free world sit here and lie to your fucking face, and you still say he's the best thing for this country.
All of them lie.
Yeah, all of them lie.
We know all of them.
All of them lie.
I got a question though. Chaos is chaos.
Let me finish. When their actions follow up behind it, then we have a real, true problem. I'm gonna drain for example, I'm gonna drain the swamp. The only thing he did was add it to the swamp. Secret talks and all this other bullshit, and people are telling you, he's telling you. Matter of fact, he's telling you to your face, and he's making a fucking ass out of everybody that's sitting up here supporting this guy.
And what is the other side saying, General? Oh, we're gonna talking to a damn ex-stripper talking about we're gonna have free schools and free everything for people. Woo! Man, get the hell out of here.
Say what now?
Hey, Chaos. I got a question though. Chaos.
Who's the ex-stripper? The first lady?
Chaos.
No, he's referring to Biden talking to Cardi B about we're gonna give free schools. He's talking to a chick that's an ex-stripper who admitted to drugging guys and bringing in a hitman to
she ain't that much different than the first lady.
She ain't that much. Yeah, exactly. What?
Cardi
so
B.
what the fuck?
Who posed in Maxim magazine?
No, but that's not the point. The point that SKC is making is the Democratic Party in their attempt to reach out to black people are doing that fuckery right there, which means they ain't doing shit for black people. If
What
that's
did
how
the
they...
Republican Party do, Bernard?
And that is a fair point. That is a fair point.
The opposite of what you're saying is
wait a minute.
No,
I can't. I'm not gonna let you get that off.
The opposite of what you're saying, General, is the other individuals are just promising a whole bunch of free stuff. Where's the free stuff gonna come from, General?
Okay, and the other individual is talking about not giving you shit and letting you starve.
That seems more reasonable.
A part of the government's responsibility is to take care of its citizens. What do you not get about that?
All right, but let me ask you this question. Let me ask you this question, General, because I get tired of Democrats doing stuff like what we just talked about with Cardi B. They pat black people on the head like we some fucking children. I hate that shit. Now, when you're talking about the Republicans and you saying what they're going to do, they're going to let us starve or whatever. I mean, they come.
No, I'm not speaking literally or figuratively. Let's look at it. Who did Donald Trump bring in the finest political minds, black minds that we have out there? Did he go and did he talk to Dr. Eric Michael Dyson? Did he go and talk to Dr. Cornel West? Did he go and talk to some people?
Jim Brown? Did he go and talk
Jim
Brown? And
I'm a roaster.
I'm a roaster. Are you niggas serious?
I'm a roaster.
Are you niggas really serious to throw up what the Democrats who they talking to? When this nigga talk to a motherfucking a goddamn bunch of clowns?
Mental pressure.
I've said before in many ways. Hold on, real quick. I've said in many ways, Donald Trump is a joke, and he don't talk like a smart man. Just so I got my issues with Donald Trump. I do think I'm through with the Democrats, and right now, as far as the Republicans, that's the person driving the bus, and I'm no big fan of them. But I am through with the Democrats for a lot of different reasons. I think conservative principles being adopted by black people is better for black people. But I do acknowledge we are taking the good with the bad. But Donald Trump is the first recent Republican who really tried to just put on a public show of supporting of black people, and he did it the same fucked up way that the Democrats do it. So that is a fair point. I got to give you that all day. Donald Trump be on that, Let me do a photo op with a celebrity shit. Any black celebrity can get to stand next to him. Let me take a picture and smile and make it look like I'm doing for black people. I give you that. I give it. And hold on, General. I'm having Lil Big Nate on tomorrow, and the title is going to be semi-related to this. Give me a second. I'm going to look up the exact, because we came up with the exact title of what it's going to be. I want to read it off right now. It's going to be damn. Okay, the meaning of black conservatism. That's what me and Lil Big Nate talking about tomorrow. General, I want you to pop up when we open it up. We probably gonna be going on 9 o'clock. Probably be opening it up around 10:30. I want you there, because I do want you to give Lil Big Nate some pushback, because he be telling people to bring on the pushback, and he haven't got some real good pushback quite yet. And you bring in the heat, so I do want you to be there. Hopefully you got time.
All I'm saying is look at it. We know all politicians politic. That's a lie. They tell lies. All of them do. They lie to get in office. Here's the problem. We do not hold them to task. No one does. White people don't even hold them to task. The only people that have gotten something of any real relevancy over the past 16 to 20 years were who? What groups? I'll wait.
The people that already have money.
The super wealthy.
Gays.
No. I don't want to say that word. Alternative lifestyle.
Gay? Okay, all right.
And a certain minority group. Those are only people over the past 20 years that have gotten things hardcore in stone. Laws against fucking being bullied and laws against fucking being beaten and all this shit. Name me another group. Rich folks ain't even get shit. All they got was tax breaks.
Yeah,
tax breaks are a big thing.
Yeah, both parties don't want to.
Tax breaks are a big thing. it's a big thing when you're at the goddamn in the 20% income earning ratio. Yeah, it's huge.
Well, General.
Because you
Well,
don't
General,
need. Because
I
wait
just
a minute,
think
wait a
it's.
minute.
I just think it's a
Because
self.
you don't need. Because they don't need it as bad as people down here at the $26,000 mark.
Okay, I get that, General. I get that, General. But I think that it is a self-defeating mindset to put into the public's mind that you need the government in order to survive. They need to take care of you. That's a ridiculous premise, man.
I didn't say that. What I said was, if you know history, you understand how societies work, it's the government's responsibility to make sure that certain things operate within the country.
Right. Certain things operate, but not to put food in your mouth.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. That's not what I'm saying.
47% of the American public is either on Social Security, there's no more pensions, okay, job pensions, or living off of some type of government aid and don't pay taxes and don't pay income taxes.
And the pensions and
you could continue even more. The stats were out that 40% of the American public didn't have $400 on cash because they're living
and their living, Beasley, their ability to live and operate falls on the shoulders of who?
That's the truth. People like
the productive.
Hold on. I'm gonna tell you who. People like me that earn up in the top 15%. People like me, not people like RBR. Shame on you.
Well, you guys bought
shame on you.
When you guys bought up Kanye West, right? Kanye West has a verifiable, documented mental issue.
Right.
Now, even now, as he's running for president, he's already had to have, an intervention where someone had to come in there and reset him. So, I mean, he does not speak for black people. Now, Trump
he's a clown. He's a clown. He has the backing of this administration. He's a fucking clown.
But that's because you're talking about a community that focuses in on looking at rappers and strippers as leaders.
No, that's
not the government's fault.
A certain sector of the community.
A large sector.
Be it large or small.
Right, a large.
What you want to do is continuously victimize the victim, and I'm not going to allow that to happen. A certain sector does, because that's not who I want to go and see talk to the fucking leader of the free world. I would prefer he had called on some of the more brilliant minds that we have in our society. I would prefer that he talked about Mr. Smith, Robert Smith. I would prefer he brought in Eric Michael Dyson. I would prefer he brought in Cornel West.
Don't bring in Robert Smith. He got a white wife.
What does that got to do with anything?
I'm being sarcastic.
Well, Trump's not going to bring. He's not going to bring those guys in, but he's not going to bring those.
You know why? He's going to bring in some motherfuckers that he can hoodwink, finagle, bamboozle, make it look good.
Come on, man.
And you're half wrong. You're half wrong, General. The reasons that he's not going to bring those individuals in, and it works the same way on the Democrat side. The reason that they're not bringing in really, really smart individuals that are on that side is because they know that the general public doesn't listen to those people.
Okay, wait a minute. Like who? Wait a minute. Well, hold up. Like who? Supreme
Black
King,
people. Black people don't listen to smart black.
No. Okay, wait a minute. Why is he bringing? Okay, like on the Republican side or the conservative side? Like,
on both sides.
Okay, wait a minute. No. I'm saying like who? Give me an example of one on the conservative side. Just one.
Okay, Thomas Sowell.
Oh, come on, that guy's a fucking idiot.
Oh, really?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Thomas Sowell? Are you joking?
One of the
Thomas Sowell is a fucking moron
that the world has seen.
He's an economist. He has nothing to talk about as far as from a social aspect to black people.
Wait.
I'd rather hit a stripper.
And that's
he's
what I'm talking
about. Old fucking moron.
And that's what I'm talking about.
No. I said ask for. Hold up. Why not Colin Powell though? He's conservative. Why not him? He's conservative, right?
I don't find any problem with that.
Will you tell me what's the overwhelming difference and where you're saying that Thomas Sowell,
he's an extremist.
Hold on, Thomas Sowell is an idiot. Colin Powell is cool, but Cardi B is somewhere in the middle in between them. How do you connect those?
No, I don't like Cardi B. I'll just say Cardi B is a Democrat in here. I'm saying if Biden, you say okay, the other side, okay, if Biden, and I said I would over Thomas Sowell, but if Biden said, hey, I'm gonna reach out to the conservative side, he brought in Colin Powell, talked to Colin Powell. He's a conservative, right? He's a Republican, been a Republican, what, 20, voted for Reagan.
Bring in Shelby Steele.
Well, the purpose for him talking
the problem with somebody like Thomas Sowell, because he is a brilliant man.
Right.
Okay.
Thank you.
He's an economist.
The problem with somebody like Thomas Sowell is they're academics. And the saying is those that can do, those that can't teach. He's an academic. He's been stuck up in Stanford for decades, and he writes books and is based on theory, and that they're out of touch. And that's the problem.
West isn't an academic.
All right, hold on.
Pardon me?
Hold on.
Cornell West isn't an academic.
Hold on a second. What is he asking me? I said Thomas Sowell's an academic. Who can argue with that?
Cornell West is an academic. What are you talking about?
Hold on a second.
Michael Eric Dyson is an academic. What are you talking about?
Hold on.
And you know something? And you know what? An academic.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
An academic. An academic.
Can you hear him? God damn, bro. Hold on.
Damn. I'm like, come on, man. I let all y'all rock. I'm just asking basic host respect. If I'm trying to jump in, just stop for a second. I'm gonna give it right back to you. I think a little bit Nate said a fair point that you don't have to. It's not reaching out to this academic versus going to goddamn strippers. There's liberal academics that can be reached out to, and academics do have something to offer to these conversations. But real quick, thank you very much. He said, did Trump interview Ja Rule yet? Asking for a friend. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. Rowdy Bennett came through. General Biden has the Alzheimer's. We know Harrison Biden. Okay, you out here clowning. Information Man, what's up? And salute to Information Man. He says, peace to you, brother Bernard. In the panel, I think I'm probably way behind on some super chats. Let me see. Don't want to miss you good folks who supporting the show. Real quick, my man BLS and Holden said the Japanese got reparations. Thank Obama. Thank you for that super chat. Also another one for BSS Holden. He says Robert Smith is under federal investigation, and a lot of people came through on the super chats. I was about to on the cash apps. War Master came through again. He says for Reagan nearly doubled the economy in 8 years. Also Complex came back through. He said $10 for the booze fund. Man, you're trying to kill me out here. But
may I respond?
Yeah, you can respond to that, but I do want Little Big Nate to just come. Well, go ahead.
Know what? And right, even though I love Eric Michael Dyson, he's the most articulate dude in the world, and I agree with a lot of what Cornell West says. But what I said stands true. They are still academics, and they still would probably have a lot of difficulty with the practical handling of the problems that be as in a cabinet position. So
I don't think. Hold on, Platinum. I don't think he was saying that those people should be in office. I think what he was saying. Holy shit! I think what he was saying is that if you're going to reach out to somebody to talk to the black community about black shit, the smart black people should be the black people that you should be reaching out to talk to about black shit. And I think them being academics and working in theories, I don't think that's a good reason to not reach out to them, especially seeing as who they are reaching out to. I think that's a fair point. And with that said, I do want to get Little Big Nate in on this. You could jump in right here where we at, or whatever in particular prompted you to come up. You could pick it up from there, and we'll feed, or we'll go off you and what you got to say. But Sir Tice, says Dr. Claude Anderson is not and academic. There's one. He says this is Bro Speak says this is a very interesting discussion. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate that. And my man Nick Penn says booze fun. LOL. Y'all trying to get me blasted up in here. Thanks Nick Penn for the super chat. And oh damn, y'all coming through. Carter Banks III came through, dropped the super chat. So all right, I want to go to little Big Nate. Yeah, go ahead, man. Just go ahead and set the table. I'm gonna step away. I'm gonna be able to hear you.
Sure.
I gotta step away for a second. So go ahead and set. You
sure.
got the floor. You got the mic. Don't nobody interrupt him. Let him lay out his argument before we get into the feeding frenzy. All right, let's go.
All right, appreciate you letting me on the panel, Bernard. I had to pull over. I wasn't even going to come up here today, but I've heard so much misinformation. I have to come up here and say something. Number one, General, if you're talking about UBI, that is a Democrat proposed piece of legislation that they want to get through. There are several presidential candidates on the Democrat side touting how wonderful UBI would be. Republicans would never enact UBI, number one. Number two, the government's responsibility is not to take care of its citizens. The government's responsibility is to defend this country's borders and to make sure the laws of this country are enacted equally and fairly across the board. The government is not responsible for taking care of its citizens. We as taxpayers have the option to put money into programs that can assist the less fortunate, but they are not obligated to get anything. They have nothing that they're entitled to. You're entitled to an opportunity in this country. You're entitled to a chance if you've developed your talents and your skills. This is madness, folks.
You sound angry.
Excuse me?
You sound angry.
I'm angry at the nonsense I'm hearing. I'm very angry at it.
Well, you didn't hear. Well, I got smoke for you because obviously you didn't hear exactly what I said, or you might.
I heard exactly what you said.
Okay, so let me explain to you then. You say that the government is not responsible for its citizens, right?
I said taking care of its citizens. Yes,
taking care of in order of protecting, making sure that the opportunities are there. This is why we have politicians set in place to do these things. This is why we watched as our politicians have allowed the jobs and opportunities to go overseas instead of keeping them here, setting policies in place to keep them here.
And you're blaming Republicans for that?
I'm blaming who? I'm blaming all of them.
You're blaming Republicans for that?
I can start by blaming. Hold on, goddammit. I can start by blaming the head motherfucker who introduced it, Ronald Reagan, with the free trade agreement. With NAFTA.
Whoa.
I can start by blaming him.
It goes back further than that.
I know it goes back further than that,
yeah.
But I can start there.
And both parties
with the transferring of not only government jobs but private sector jobs to offshore fucking industries.
Both parties are responsible.
Yes, I'm not blaming
one. Excuse me, the general. NAFTA was signed by Bill Clinton in 1994. You are
enacted. It was enacted and started under the Republican. I know when it was signed.
NAFTA was signed by Bill Clinton in 1994. You are wrong.
That's true.
You're wrong, General.
Little Big Nate. Calm it down a little bit so we can be nice to each other.
Sure. You know? These people are up here telling lies.
But let me tell you. Let me tell you the truth, okay? It was Nixon that visited China when Mao Zedong was in power.
Well, hold on. The North American Free Trade Agreement.
Let me finish.
Man. God damn, y'all just.
I don't interrupt you at all, brother.
Go ahead, bro.
All right. It was Nixon that visited China in the early 70s to start the normalization of relations with China. It was George Bush Sr., who was the ambassador to the United Nations, that recognized what they called then Red China or mainland China and did not recognize Taiwan anymore. Okay,
so he was bringing up NAFTA.
So
NAFTA was signed in 1993.
You guys let me finish my thought. Why can't I finish a thought?
Oh my God!
No, but
because you're wrong, Big Nate. You're wrong, little Big Nate.
No, I'm not wrong.
Not you.
But listen,
sir, NAFTA. Why don't you Google it right now, General? NAFTA was signed in 1992.
NAFTA was signed by Bill Clinton.
Thank you. He just said you're wrong. He just said you're wrong, General. You're wrong.
Okay, well, the North
United States is a
Why don't you apologize, General? Why don't you apologize for being wrong?
Well, I'm not apologizing for shit because
because you're wrong, and it's okay to be wrong.
I had the president wrong, but I didn't have the party wrong. The North American Free
All
Trade
right.
Agreement,
Oh my God.
signed by Prime Minister
Okay.
Brian
All right.
Ridiculous.
Let's keep it clean.
Mexican
All right, I'm back.
President Carlos Salinas and U.S. President
Guys, and let me
George
finish the thought.
H.W. Bush
If they hadn't
tried.
Holy shit!
January 1st, 1994. Stop with the bullshit, little big Nate. You want to be right, but you're not. I can admit to my
Who was in office in 1994?
Clinton.
Thank
When
you.
did it come into effect?
Oh my God! If you Google NAFTA, you will see it was signed.
I'm going to read it to you again. The North American Free Trade Agreement, NAFTA, signed by Prime Minister Brian Mallory, the Canada motherfucker, Mexican President Carlos Salinas, and U.S. President George Herbert Walker Bush.
Sir, NAFTA was
January 1, 1994. NAFTA generated economic growth and raised standard of living for people.
Bush was not president in 1994.
God damn it.
Bush was not president in 1994. Bill Clinton was.
It started with Bush. It carried over under. You don't know how politics work.
It was signed into law.
Listen, may I explain that? Because you're both right.
The general, hear me?
You're both right. Let me explain.
Go ahead, brother.
You're both right.
I'm cute. Let me tell you something. This is how why people not following that this is a big game. It's like every bill that's drafted, every person's going to sign once it's drafted. Next one coming in, they're going to take effect and sign it. This is how they keep people off balance between Republicans and Democrats. Now you see how the game works. So people say, "Oh, it's Democrats to keep the game going," but no, say this
I understand that.
Months, years in advance. Just like the what do you call it? The Healthcare Act that was put out in the 90s, and also who said a Democrat.
Can we establish some facts, please? A NAFTA was signed in December of 1993 by Bill Clinton. It took law January 1st of 1994. That's who is giving credit for NAFTA. This is not a debate, gentlemen. This is not up for debate.
Yes,
okay?
but
I'm going to give you
right.
some actual
All right,
facts.
look, what you had.
He said I'm right. Please stop.
Oh my God, man.
He's right.
God,
He's
damn.
right.
Y'all
He's right. You're both right.
Y'all know
Can
everything.
I have 2 minutes? Can I have 2 minutes?
All right.
Well, damn, I've been trying
gonna...
to get my 2 minutes to give him some
You
goddamn
let me
Go ahead, man. Go ahead, brother.
You know what?
But he's the
I'm
one
gonna
saying I'm wrong. First
no,
of all,
you're
he's
both.
the one
You're
that's
actually
saying
both
I'm
right.
wrong.
You're
So
both.
I'm telling him
Beasley, hold on.
I want to
Beasley
give him just a little history here. President Ronald Reagan proposed a North American common market in his 1990 presidential campaign.
That doesn't matter. Who signed it into law?
Let him finish. Back up, General. Go ahead. We couldn't hear you.
Ronald Reagan proposed a North American common market in his 1980 presidential campaign. European Common Market doubled as a European economic community. He had already been initiated the treaty to Rome. In 1984, Congress passed the Trade and Tariff Act, which itself built upon the amended and the prior Trade Act of 1974. It all started with Ronald Reagan. It was under his ideology that came about.
You said that Republicans passed NAFTA. That is a patent falsehood.
I never said Republicans.
Oh my God! Oh,
and if I said Republicans, let me recant that statement. If I said Republicans,
did you? You don't recant it if you didn't say it.
My mistake. If I said, I know you're a Republican member, and I understand you support the Republican Party. I get it. My mistake.
Thank you. Now, can we move forward now? Can we move forward now?
I know that it was a Republican presidential ideology, which the NAFTA agreement was born out of.
Let me look.
Okay, that much.
Free trade is a good thing, sir.
Yeah. Hold on.
No. I'm not gonna let you off the fucking hook. I'm not saying that free.
I'm not on your hook, sir. I'm not on your hook.
I'm not saying that free trade is not a good idea. I'm just telling you where the act came from. I'm telling you, in my opinion, it did more harm than it did good because it got out of control. This is why the automotive market, which supported most of the major fucking industries in the people in certain cities, went under.
Okay, and let me address that. Okay, let's try and bring things down a bit. First of all, what Reagan proposed was the beginning of free trade. By the time NAFTA got to the desk of Bill Clinton, it had been morphed into something completely different from that. Free trade.
That's what happens when bills go to Congress.
Right.
Okay, exactly, sir. Exactly.
In 1992, NAFTA was signed. Let me finish. In 1992, NAFTA was signed by then outgoing President George Herbert Walker Bush.
Right.
The NAFTA law, as it appears today, was signed in December by Bill Clinton.
NAFTA was signed by outgoing President George Herbert Walker Bush.
All right, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
You're trying to be right all the time, man.
Chaos. I just passed the mic to Beasley. Come on.
And I want a minute. Listen, what you have, one thing is an international treaty, which is agreed upon for NAFTA, which was agreed upon between Canada, the United States, and Mexico. Treaties have to be ratified by Congress, okay? And during the ratification or the negotiation of the treaty, the United States participation in it, some changes were made and it was signed into law by Clinton. You're both right. You're absolutely both right. You guys are arguing something and you're splitting hairs because you're not understanding that the one is a treaty that's agreed to, but the treaty has to be ratified and go through Congress. After that, it gets to the president's desk and he signs.
Okay.
All right. Everybody hold.
You're both right. And I want to say this one other thing before I go. Michael Merriweather from the chat said, "Thank you. The two parties work for the Council of Foreign Relations." And when I sent the super chat about this, Bernard was acting I was crazy. Welcome to the club. I understand your pain, Michael Merriweather. You guys have a nice day.
Hey,
hold on.
Exactly.
Hold on, real quick. David Johnson, real quick. David Johnson said, if you don't think Joe Biden interviewing Cardi B in front of the world ain't part of engineering and conditioning, then that just proves it works. Snap out of it. Slap. All right. Thanks for the super chat, David Johnson. Also, Mr. Shane Vicious might as well have, Sinji on if Nate is going to be on the panel. I don't know why you would say that. I don't make the connection. Being now 23, okay. Didn't Trump try to bring jobs back? Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate that. Also, let me scroll down. David Johnson came through it again with another super chat in all caps. I can't stand that. I wish you wouldn't do it. But anyway, because part of the purpose of super chat, and they get highlighted. You don't got to be in all caps. That's what people do who don't want to pay money to super chat, but want to make sure they shit is seen. But you paying the money. Just give us regular lowercase letters. Appreciate it. David Johnson came through the super chat. Says, and stop saying they're giving us free money. We pay goddamn taxes that we never get back. This ain't they financial institutions' money. This is our money and our ancestors' stolen generational wealth. Thank you for the super chat. Also, I think that's not it. Young Jay just came through. Anybody telling you they're 100% conservative or libertarian are running game on you. Neither side will change the condition of black folks. Interesting.
You know, he's exactly right. Republicans aren't here to change anybody's reality. Republicans, from what I can tell, believe that your life should be in your hands. You should be making determinations on what you do, how much education you receive, what type of certifications and training you get so you can get in the marketplace and compete. Whereas the Democrats want to control several aspects of your life from the cradle to the grave. Do you want to be in control of your life, or do you want a political party to be in control of your life? Do you want free education, free healthcare, free this, free that. I don't know how free stuff works. I asked this on Bernard Riley's panel the other day when I was talking about Kamala Harris. How does free college work exactly? Can somebody explain that to me? Do the professors work for free? The janitors, the HVAC guy that'll come into the AC, the cooks, the lunch ladies, do they all work for free? How does all this free stuff work? I would like an answer to that.
Well, if you were listening to my stream a couple of weeks ago, we went over that. But I wanted to bring up.
Whoa! Can you answer my question, Platinum, please?
No, Michael. No, you guys. Well, we're way ahead. I'll try, but hold on. Michael Eric Dyson's is a professor. Well, he's a Baptist preacher, and he's a he's
a professor at Georgetown Law.
No. Well, sociology. He's a professor of sociology, right? And then
Law.
Okay, Cornell West is a professor of philosophy, right? Okay, okay. All these guys have their academics is based in the way we are as a society. It's a sociological education. Thomas Sowell is an economist who moonlights as a someone who knows about black people. That guy doesn't know anything about black people. That's nonsense. Every book, everything he does, that's a clown show. He's Kanye West in a suit. He's a complete.
Written over 90 books,
and he's an idiot. Wait a minute. And for anyone to try to act like he's someone who is about the black community, that's nonsense. He's an idiot.
He wrote 90 books and he's an idiot. Okay.
He's 90. He's a 90-year-old fool.
And he's written 90 books.
Fool. I've read his books.
He is a world-renowned academic, and he's a fool. Okay.
Why is he not? I stepped away from for a minute. I could just barely hear. Did I just hear Platinum say that Thomas Sowell is Kanye West in a suit?
He's a fool. Yeah.
Did he say Kanye West in a suit? Platinum, come on, man.
No, man, you got to be. Have you read his stuff?
No, I haven't read. He wrote 90 books. I've read half of one of them, but I've listened to him in a lot of interviews.
Good.
No. I've seen him speak in multiple interviews and give multiple lectures, and that he's a very extremely intelligent guy. Like, come on, let's not.
He sounds like a white racist. But he's a black man. I read his stuff.
Okay, so if you're gonna say wait a minute, white racist, but he's a black man is a completely different thing from calling him a moron, an idiot, and Kanye West in a suit. I can go with the hey, he's an intelligent guy. He's basically just if you wanted to just say he's like Ben Shapiro in blackface, okay, that's something that we can work with.
Okay, that's what I'm
Kanye West in the suit. Come on, man. Like, you gotta have a come to Jesus moment with you on that one, man. Come on now.
I got you on there. I could go with Ben Shapiro in the suit. That's
all
what
right,
it is.
So if I may,
Ben Shapiro in blackface.
Let me answer the brother's question about, from my standpoint, how we could pay for how universities and colleges and institutions of higher learning could actually be free. What you do is you shift away from the 10 countries that are receiving aid right now. Let's look at Afghanistan, for example. They're receiving aid at $4.98 million a fucking year. Let's look at motherfucking Iraq. They're receiving aid at $3.4 billion. Let's look at motherfucking Israel, who's receiving $3.2 billion. Let's go down here and look at Jordan. They're receiving $1.4 billion. Let's look at Ethiopia, who's receiving $944 billion in aid from the United States of America. The South Sudanese, they're receiving $922 million. Kenya is receiving $900 million. Pakistan is receiving $89.2 million. Nigeria is receiving $645 million. Uganda is receiving $608 million. If you want to solve and you want to fix some of the problems, stop cutting at home and cut abroad.
Okay, General, all of that is called foreign aid. Foreign aid is provided for by the taxpayers. If you stopped paying all that tomorrow and use that for quote unquote free college, it's still not free. The taxpayers are paying for it. Right. There's nothing that's free.
Right, I understand that.
So, General, I said, tell me how it's free.
If you want to have the debate, we can have the debate.
General, tell me how it's free.
Nothing in life is free.
So then you agree with me. So then you agree with me then.
I'm telling you how students could go to school virtually without having to apply for go into massive debt and student aid.
Free, General. That's the problem.
Okay, you want to hinge on the word free. I agree with you that you can't get it free. I'm telling you.
So why are the Democrats calling it free?
Because they understand if you cut aid abroad and you bring that money home, then students that can't afford to go to school now won't have to go into massive debt and student aid.
It's not free, General.
Tell me something that is. See that this is a circular argument.
General, tell the Democrats to stop saying it's free.
You want to create a circular argument. I can't
it's not
what they
circular. What are you talking about?
You're not
my issue is that it is a lie. That's my issue, General. It's a lie. It's not free. Tell your Democrat friends to stop saying it's free college. It's free health care. That is a misnomer. It is a patent.
Well, tell your Republican friends to stop giving our tax money that we get taxed on that we can use at home. Tell them to stop giving it to other countries.
Foreign aid is given under Democrat and Republican administration.
No.
That is a lie. That's a lie.
Democrats,
of course, that's a lie.
That's a lie. Now you want to blame
Democrats don't give foreign aid.
You want to blame everything fucked up on the Democratic Party. That's what you want to do.
Sir, I just said Republican and Democrats give foreign aid. You said that's a lie.
You said Democrat, Lil Nate. We just heard Democrat. You didn't say Republican. We're going to go back to that playback, brother. You didn't ask.
Christ, this is ridiculous. I'm going to back down. This is ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
This is absolutely ridiculous. I said
Democrat
and Republican administrations give foreign aid. That's a quote. That's exactly what I said.
They do both give foreign aid.
You all are so wrapped up in your love of the Democrat Party. That's what you're wrapped up in.
Let me help you out. Let me help you out real quick.
Help me out, buddy. Help me out.
I haven't voted in the presidential election in quite some time. And when I did, I voted independent.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Sir, you are emotionally invested in the Democrat Party, sir.
I'm not emotionally invested in it because I don't believe that in one party or the other because they're both fraudulent, in my opinion.
Well, you've been up here only bashing the right. I haven't heard
I'm not bashing either side. I'm just stating the fact. You asked the question, and I'm telling you how little Johnny in the fucking projects, who's a straight A student, can go to school for free.
It's not free. You just said it's free again.
Off the taxpayers'
money. Do you see the problem, General? You keep calling it free. The taxpayers have to pay for it. It's not free. Stop saying that. Jesus Christ, this is ridiculous.
I agree. You are correct.
So
what I want you to do is I want you to tell me, does that make sense to you?
Okay.
Aid? No. Cutting foreign aid to bring that money, the taxpayer monies, the not free money, you bring that money home and invest it in your infrastructure. You invest it in your citizens. It's our tax money that should be used here at home, not abroad.
Do
you agree with that or not?
General, that's a great point. That's a great point.
Do you agree with it or not?
I agree with. I agree with.
So we're on the same page.
So now that we've established that nothing's free, okay, because that's the problem. You promising millions.
It's a proxy word, so take free out.
We can't say free. We
can't say free because free is. We can't say free because it's a proxy word for taxpayer money. So we won't say free.
Hold up.
I agree with you, Big Nate. I don't have an issue with that.
Foreign aid is more than what it's not. What you see is not really what it is. That's a lot of that's influence, and the reason they give that out is because ultimately they believe it helps the United States. So if you was to take that from them, as far as trade and influence, it would affect the United States.
Well, your current president.
No, it doesn't. Wrong. That's wrong.
Hold on. Wait a minute. I'm gonna pass it to Chaos. I don't think he really said nothing in a while. So hold your thought, Chaos, after I get through with the super chats. You got the floor. You got the mic to explain why platinum is wrong. My brother,
I want to hear that one.
Xavier says, "Peace, brother." But nah, Nate versus the general in the digital squared circle. Yeah, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Shout out to X. Shout out to X. Mr. Shane Vicious came through with another one. He says the major difference between her and Nate is that one is a left-wing extremist and one is a right-wing extremist. I don't think.
I wish you would come up here and say that.
A left-wing extremist. I think she's a different type of extremist that's don't got shit to do with politics. But anyway,
Mr. Shane Vicious has been insulting me in the chat. Like every time I come up here, he insults me in the chat. I wish he would come up here and say this stuff. Come on,
you gotta do. I do.
Help me. I want
to pump the brakes. All for free speech, but I mean, I don't like when somebody comes on the panel and somebody in the chat is basically just heckling and just fucking with one person.
Constant insults and disrespect. That's all.
Yeah.
I expect that of somebody like him. He's a leftist. I would expect that of him.
Yeah, but I'm no fan of that, Shane Vicious. You know, you don't get to just heckle somebody that's on stage. I understand if you got something that you're adding to the conversation, but if you just heckling, like, that ain't cool. But Thomas Sowell is a conservative,
of course,
and a corporate muppet. Thank you for the super chat, though. Appreciate your support, Mr. Shane Vicious. But go easy in the chat with the coming after folks. I think I skipped one. I saw Mike Shinnery in the building with a super chat. Thanks, I appreciate that. He says Democrats fund Planned Parenthood abortions while sending billions to other countries. Action speaks louder than words. Thank you for the super chat, Mike Shinnery. Also, damn, a lot of them came through. So, appreciate that. Counselor Murray, he said, both. Y'all sound emotional. I'm no big
Why
fan
you have
of
to
that.
sound emotional? Because you're passionate about what you're talking about.
Thank you, General. Yeah, I was just about to say I'm no big fan of that. That's okay. I'm no fan of that either. But that's what women do in this space. They go to calling men emotional when they being passionate. When we get to yelling and talking our shit and beating our chest and grabbing our nuts and talking our shit. Oh, you're so emotional. So they trying to get us to dim our lights so they can shine, so they can start beating their chest, grabbing their nuts, talking their shit. Because they don't tone it back.
Thank you.
They don't tone it back, so we ain't got to tone it back. We can get live in here. I don't go with that calling me an emotional when they getting passionate. But thanks for the super chat. Appreciate that. He's hold on, wait, did I Mr. Shane Vicious, he says like okay, I'm gonna skip that one. Thanks for the super chat, Mr. Shane Vicious. Demetrius Parham, he says if they can shut up and listen, problems would stop. Thank you for the super chat, Demetrius Parham, and already read Mike Shinnery. All right, Chaos. Hopefully you held your thought. Oh, wait, hold on. Consul Murray came through again. He says foreign aid is used to have access to airspace in case of war. It's for security purposes. Thank you for the super chat. That's an interesting point.
I didn't say you had to cut it all the way off.
And Vinal says the current president tried to cut back on foreign money. The left pushed back. Look it up, 2017. And my man Nick Penn came through. Here's some foreign aid, Bernard. LOL, that ain't foreign aid. That's domestic aid, unless you over in China somewhere. But anyway. All right, Chaos Rain. Hopefully you held your thought. I had to read all those super chats.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, man. Once you start to come back to the fact, regardless is a Republican or a Democrat, in regards to the foreign aid situation, that will be one step. Enough people have talked and did streams on that. I think Sruin did extensive work on that, especially because I never really knew much about the foreign aid until he did the digging of that. And I was saying, everybody's going to really do anything that should be cut back substantially, especially the situation in this country in regards to the debt. That certain things you have to cut back. And
obviously, that's obvious, but that's not what you disagree with me with. You said that. What did he say? He said something about I was wrong. I want to know why I was wrong. When I said that it's political, it's not what you think it is. You said you're wrong. Now you're talking about cutting back fat. And see, you guys do this. Hold up, you guys try to have these conversations, and you do this. You got to stop doing that. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with me being wrong. I'm wrong a lot. That's how I learn. But come on, bro. Don't just say I'm wrong just to say I'm wrong. I wasn't wrong.
Okay.
Foreign aid is political. It's political. It's not what you think it is. You say they're sending money over here. What do these people need the money? Believe me, they know what they're doing. They're influence. They want to influence elections. They want the United States to have control. Hey, we're going to send this money. You do this. You want to open up. We want to drill for oil over here. We want to be able to bring weapons over here. We want to be able to punish this country. That's why they do it.
Now, Platinum's right to a large degree on that. I gotta get back on the road, fellas. I'm gonna have to back down.
He's absolutely right. And I look forward to this conversation with you too, Little Big Nate. No disrespect, brother.
No, and I don't have any disrespect for you either, bro. But the facts are important, General. And I'm gonna harp on this free thing because although you conceded and said that I was right, nothing's free. The problem is these Democrat politicians keep telling millions and millions and millions of voters they got all this free stuff coming and they believe them, and it's part of why they vote for them. So I'm going to keep, to all you in the chat upset that I keep talking about free, I'm going to keep talking about it until they stop saying it's free. There's nothing that's free. It's a patent lie and falsehood that gets people who are already in depressed economic positions, who haven't had parents that gave them the proper guidance so they could develop their talents and skills and become successful in this country. It gets them wanting to take from people who have done that what they've earned for themselves.
Well, can I
hold on a second.
Hold on, let me respond to that.
I got to back down, so give me a second. It gives them a sense of entitlement. And this is where, BLM has openly admitted that they're Marxist. Marxism is the child of communism. When Marxism grew up, it became communism, okay? One of the fundamental principles of Marxism is getting the haves to hate, getting the have-nots to hate and be jealous and envious of the haves and starting class warfare. That's all that the Democrats do. That's all they've done for 60 years is preach class warfare, hatred of the rich. We're going to tax the rich. We're going to tax the rich at 100%. These are my problems with the Democrat Party, gentlemen. I got about 10 more minutes. If you want to respond, please do.
Yeah. So this about the whole free thing, as I said here and thought about it. Okay. Free meaning in a way that you do not have to directly pay for it yourself, which is which is what I believe. I could be wrong that they're saying when they say free education, okay? Because if it's coming out of a pool of money that the taxpayers are paying into, then the individual themselves won't be directly responsible for it as they are now, as far as student loans, grants, Pell Grants, things of that nature. So that's where the word free is causing a hang up, I believe, with yourself.
But General, it's also a very strategic buzzword that they throw out there, because to the person who doesn't have much or needs some help, when they hear free, they like, we all like free shit. If they told me it was they giving out free pizzas down the road, I got money to buy pizza, and that's why I might get a slice.
And that's why that's why I had to go ahead and concede to that fact. I have no problem doing that, because he is right. In fact, it would not be free because it's coming from a pool of money, except for the individual. For example, if that were the case, they were to take the money, some of the money that they're giving away in foreign aid and bring it back here, fund the colleges and universities of higher education and learning, then the children without, that can afford to pay for school out of pocket, their parents can't afford to pay the $30,000 a year to go to fucking UNC Chapel, that foreign aid could kick in and that child would have the ability to take
all right, General,
and enroll in that class.
I hear what you're saying, sir. I hear what you're saying, General, but doing that, you're going to create a tremendous problem. Let me explain it to you. Why in the world should I have to pay to send my child to that same university?
Okay, let me respond with a question to you. I understand what you're saying, but why in the world would you have to pay for someone else's child over in another country? I'll wait.
We're not, General, we're not arguing that. How could you bring that issue in? We're arguing about,
but it's one and the same. You're taking away from would you take away food from your house to give food to someone else?
General, I believe it was Councilor Murray that informed you that foreign aid to different countries means different things. It provides us access to the country. It gives us deals on natural resources from that country. So, General, it's not just giving away money to countries. There's strategic reasons to be giving away some foreign aid.
I, of anybody, should understand about the strategic reasons. Believe me, because I've been in most of those goddamn countries based on the giving of the money and the resources that we give to these countries. Okay? So I understand how that works. All I'm saying is you don't have to take it all the way. You merely cut it by a third.
Okay, and General, if I cut it, I wouldn't give it away for free education for folks. I wouldn't do that.
No,
I would give the taxpayers back their money. I would let human beings who have worked hard have their pay. That's what I would do.
There you go. Now you're giving people back their money. I can agree with that. Don't have an issue with it. Because now, guess what I can do when you give me back my money? I can afford to send little Timmy to fucking college.
That's awesome. So how about this? And you know, if you agree with this, you're agreeing with a Republican or conservative principle.
I'm agreeing with whichever party is for it, because I believe like this. If Obama had been a Republican goddamn president, we wouldn't hear none of half of this shit you motherfuckers talk about the Democrats. If President goddamn 45 was a goddamn Democrat, you niggas wouldn't be saying half the shit y'all are saying.
Okay, General, I don't come up here bashing.
Yeah, facts.
Okay,
I'm not bashing anybody. I'm not bashing anyone.
No. General, let me finish. General, let me finish.
Mm-hmm.
You've never heard me come up here bashing Barack Obama. You've never heard that because I've never done it.
No, that's not what I said. I didn't say
number one. Okay, number one. Number two, if that's what you're saying, General, then you need to vote Republican, because one of the Republican pillars of the platform is the belief that people have the right to keep their money and do with their money what they want to do with it. So I'll be glad to hear that you'll be voting for Donald Trump this year.
No, you're absolutely wrong.
Well, then the Democrat Party does not believe that.
Can you listen?
The Democrat Party does not believe that, General.
Let him explain, Nate. Let him explain, Nate.
Can you listen now?
God,
okay, number one, I won't be voting at all. You know why? Because I don't have any faith in the illusion of inclusion. Anytime you vote in a fucking state and you say this is who I want to be president, and they take those fucking those
ballots.
They take those. No. They take those electoral college votes and they cast the vote the way they want to vote. I don't believe in that illusion of inclusion.
Okay,
it's not It's not a. What we need to do is go to a pure goddamn public fucking opinion vote. Whoever gets the most ballots, fuck all that electoral college shit. It's a rigged system.
Okay, all right. But again,
the majority rules, which is the way this country was supposedly set up by majority rule.
Well, no, General. If you had majority rule, black people could very well still be in slavery. You can't.
True.
You can't have. Well, then, if that's true, General, then you can have majority rule. The fact that this is
then you be in slavery. Then you just be in slavery. Just that simple.
Wow.
If you want to keep 100.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know how to respond to that exactly.
I had a question for you, Little Big Nate.
Yes, sir.
Okay, hold your thought on that question, Platinum. I promise you got the mic next. Hold your thought on that question. Floyd L. Holt, thank you for the super chat. He says, tell Platinum economics falls under social scientists. Don't even respond to that, Plat, because I do want you to get your question out to Little Big Nate. So just sit on that one for a while. James Hudson's U.S. gives $3 billion in grants annually to Israel and implemented the free trade agreement in 1985. Under conservative Ronald Reagan. Thank you for the super chat, James Hudson. Also, I know somebody else. Young J 216 says BGS versus Little Big Nate. Set it up. Well, that's a possibility. That's a possibility. I might.
Nah, BGS doesn't need to waste his time with
this.
Didn't
even wait, time out. Didn't Little Big Nate and BGS kind of go at it on BGS channel already?
No, I've never been on BGS's channel. He made a video.
Go at it somewhere. Oh, he made a video responding to you.
Yeah, he made a video responding. It was a very respectful video. It was absolutely.
Was it a live stream video?
No. It was a
pre-recorded
content that he uploaded.
Oh, okay.
And I have no problem having discussions with anybody. I haven't done the debate thing yet. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. We'll see.
Yeah, you'll kill it on the debate.
But Platinum, what was your question, sir?
Yes.
Can you say anything? Tell me something good about the Democratic Party.
Something good about the Democratic Party. They give off this.
That's backhanded. Nope, that's backhanded already.
I was waiting.
That was already backhanded.
I'll say this. Because the vast majority of blacks vote Democrat, Democrats have a preoccupation with the civil rights voting law. You know, they really want us to vote, you know, because we vote Democrat. But the Voting Rights Act is a good thing. And the only reason they support it again is because we vote Democrat, but it's something that they're in favor of. Can you give me a good thing about Republicans, Platinum?
Can I give you something good about Republicans?
Yes, sir.
Well, now you're saying, okay, Republicans or conservatives?
Okay, either one. Whatever makes you more comfortable. Either one I'm good with.
I like that they I like that they believe in religion. I like that.
Okay, cool deal. Well,
but
see,
you come off as the least. Well, I won't. Well, no, I can't say that. I can't say that. But it just don't seem like it's a big part of your life.
Type, yeah, I gotta get that.
But I take that back because there's a lot of dudes who engage in a lot of sin on some. Yeah, I just fucked 3 bitches raw last night, but you know, God know my heart. God know my heart.
That's crazy.
He one of them. You one of them God know my heart Christians.
Let me give you. Well, I gotta go. I want to give you gentlemen a preview of what I'm going to talk about tomorrow, and it's what is a black conservative. Look, gentlemen, I didn't start doing this about 5 or 6 weeks ago to get into wars with folks. As a matter of fact, if it turns into that, I won't even do it. I'll be honest with you. I have better things to do in my life than to get into arguments with a bunch of black guys. I'm just not going to do it. It's a waste of time. But I do want to come and have my voice be heard. I think it's a voice that'll help motivate some brothers, maybe present some different ideas on how we can solve the myriad of black problems and pathologies we suffer from. And all conservatism is, to me, and most of the black conservatives I know, all it is a set of principles that undergird your life. That's all it is. It's a way of living your life that makes success all the more probable. There's no guarantee for success. There's nothing we can do to guarantee it. But there are things we can do to make success all the more probable. And having a 2-parent household is that. Becoming proficient in whatever field of endeavor suits you and getting in the marketplace and competing helps that. Patriarchy will help that. If you work hard and you make money, being able to keep the vast majority of your money and do with it what you want to do with it helps that. The Democrat Party, unfortunately, is against all those things. They're against the traditional family. They're vehemently against patriarchy. They're against calling someone born a man a man. They're against calling someone born a woman. The Democrat Party has sunk to such depths of debauchery. I don't know how anybody could go and pull the lever, and that's probably part of the problem the general is suffering from, not being able to go in and vote. General, you do whatever.
I'm not suffering from not being able to go in and vote. Trust me, I'm not. I just listen. Let me explain something to you, real quick.
Sure.
You know, the military is something that I do. Before that, I was a college student, and I did study political science. So I understand a little bit more than most. I would like to think that coming to these panels, how things actually work, how they go, how it functions.
Okay,
you
understood.
Understand? Do you understand? So I'm not just some dumbass motherfucker who had to come into the service. I chose this career path.
Well, I didn't suggest that, did I?
No, I didn't say that you did. I'm just letting you know some of my lineage and some of my background. You understand?
Gotcha.
See, a lot of people out here talking this political. I became politically astute in the 80s as a young man coming into my own. You understand? So I was able to vote in the 19 motherfucking, what was it, 85, 86, going into the 90 elections. But I was a senior in high school in 1985. So I became politically astute, very much so at that particular point in time in my life. Who was president? I've seen a couple of them. I've seen Ford, I've seen Reagan, I've seen Carter, I've seen both of the Bushes. See, a lot of people that come into this space, they're just now getting politically astute. Because before that, they didn't really give a fuck.
Well, it's good to become, I don't care when somebody becomes politically astute. It's good that you do it. Politics run this country, and you should be being an informed citizen helps us move this civilization forward.
That's true. But in order to become astute and become affluent in it, you must also understand how it works. You must have some historical point of view or point of reference to point back to. You can't just jump up and say, it's 2020, I'm going to vote in this election. Oh, here's why I'm voting. Well, you can, but then when you get into conversations about it and you start deep diving into why you feel certain ways, I'm for whoever has the agenda that best suits me. That's what politics are supposed to be about.
Okay.
You vote for the person whose platform fit how you want to live.
Okay. And I want to live with low taxes. I want to live with a secure border. I want to live with a secure military. I want to live where abortion is limited. Women have to be held accountable for their behavior. Men have to be held accountable for behavior. That's the society I want to live in. That's why I'm voting for Trump this year. Gentlemen, I gotta go. I apologize. I will be on the show tomorrow, going more in depth into what it means to be a Black conservative. I'll also be dealing with some of my personal issues with the Republican Party. It's why I'm a.
I want to hear your problems you got with the Conservative Party.
Well,
that's something I've never heard from you.
Well, I didn't say Conservative Party.
Republican Party. I conflate the two. I say Conservative Party, Republican Party. I know that. I know it's a difference, but
exactly. A lot of people do that. There's a conservative wing to the Republican Party.
Yeah,
but the Republican Party is not conservative. It's not.
All right, so I'll make sure I write that down so I can ask you what's wrong with the Republicans.
Oh, absolutely. I'll be happy to go into that.
Okay,
and
cool.
I'll also go because look, I know what a lot of Black people think. I have Black people in my family that I have issues with because of my political affiliations. Some of you think that some Black conservatives absolve all of white America for the evils they've done. They absolve America for their evil. They have American flags hanging everywhere in their house, and they wear MAGA hats. There are a few that do that, but the vast majority of Black conservatives are the people that Brother Xavier has talked about, that Ramil has talked about when I've asked them about the Black conservative and Republican men that they know. And almost to a person, it's, these guys they're really successful. Yeah, they're businessmen. Yeah, those are the exact quotes from Brother Xavier and Ramil when I asked them about the Black conservative men they know. Okay. Now I'll leave you with this. I'm going to ask you the same question that I asked Brother Xavier and Ramil. And they broke out into laughter after they kind of got where I was going with it. Ask yourself, how many Black Republican or conservative men do you know? Okay. Put a number on. Then ask yourself, how many Black liberal or Democrat men that you know? Then ask yourself how many broke, unemployed, or underemployed conservative or Republican Black men you know. And then ask yourself how many broke, unemployed, or underemployed Black liberal or Democrat men you know. Both of them answered none to the former and quite a few to the latter. Okay. Now, that has to do with ideology, gentlemen.
It's a reason for that.
There is absolutely.
It's a reason for that is because we're almost born into liberalism like it's a religion, and then you have to essentially think your way out of it.
Absolutely.
Anybody who thinks their way out of something is going to come out knowledgeable. So you're not going to find too many dumb black Republicans. You know,
exactly.
Any black Republican you talk to is going to be somebody who's did some thinking and thought about it. I mean, he right about everything, but he's at least done some thinking. Whereas the black male Democrats and liberals, they're just not all of them. Hashtag not all.
No one said all Democrats.
Just making sure. But a lot of them were just born into it. It's sort of like what somebody said that I'm gonna botch somebody's quote here. I think it was something like if you're under 30 and you're not damn, what was it? If you're under 30 and you're
without any children and single, you can be a liberal.
No, but they're basically saying once you get over, basically if they said if you're over 30 and you're not a Republican, you don't have a brain. If you're under 30 and you're a Republican, you don't have a soul or something like that. Something like so. So when you get older and you think more and you learn more, it increases the probability you're going to, probably become more conservative in your views. And that normally lends to a thinking person, normally lends to somebody who's making good decisions and they're not going to be broke. They're not going to be poor. They're not going to be dependent on the system. So
yeah, there are tons of successful liberals. Nobody's suggesting there aren't successful liberals. You have to listen, folks. You got to listen to what people say.
Yeah.
The problem is that there's a much larger percentage of poor liberal Democrat black males, and you will find very few among black conservative circles.
Well, many of them are neither, right? Really, because when they lose their right to vote, so you can't. But see, most people are moderates. Most people are neither liberal or conservative. They're mostly in the middle, and they look and they choose based on their own decisions, their needs. What's a guy who's poor, goes into the NBA. We just had the draft last night. I mean, we had the teams, but some guy, he's going to be a NBA player making plus 14, 15 million. He might be a Republican just for the tax breaks. He might have been Democrat his whole life. I'm just saying, but really, you got to get into
right. There are people that aren't, tried and true believers in the doctrine. Yeah, sure. There are plenty of people that do what they do for political expediency, but we're talking about what my perspective is on it.
And you are unique, Little Big Nate, because most people I know do not define themselves by a political party.
I've
they don't. I'm saying they don't look. Up until I say Fox News, I have never been around other than in college supporting a candidate. I have never been around people who identified themselves with their vote. They voted or they didn't vote, and life went on. But now there's
there are millions of black people that identify with Democrats and liberals. They're marching. There are tens of thousands of them marching through the streets right now. If you don't believe,
not all of those people are liberals, though.
That's irrelevant. They identify with a party.
They're BLM and Antifa. I can absolutely promise you, those folks don't believe anything that the right proposed. Okay. Nothing.
All right, Jerome D. Thank you for the
gentlemen. I gotta go, gentlemen.
Peace.
Man, I'll see you tomorrow.
We'll see you tomorrow. Jerome D. says you never heard of Warren Buffett say he's rich by the grace of God. I don't even know what that's referring to. Veen now 23. Type in the chat the pronunciation of your name because you're super chatting so much. I should know how to at least pronounce your name. So type the pronunciation of that so I can quit botching up your shit like that. Was the system rigged? And okay, I think this is geared towards General because General said the system was rigged, but she's asking was the system rigged in 2008 and 2012 when Obama won? The irony. I'm gonna read one more.
Let me respond.
I'm gonna read one more, and I want you to respond to that.
Okay.
Wait, no, I don't even think I got no more to read. Okay, so yeah, it's on you. You got that. Go ahead. Respond.
Yes, it was, and here's why. Here is a person who came out of nowhere, squeaky clean. Nobody ever heard anything about him, knew where he came from, other than what he had done in Chicago. Right? He had met with the current and the former president during Hurricane Katrina. And this is when the story of the illustrious Barack Obama was born into into the political power that he later became as president, right? He was then given the opportunity to speak, headline the DNC National Convention, and thus he was born. Other than that, no one knew, including people from Chicago. He had done a few things in Chicago as far as, working with the public and, social justice shit, but no one knew of him other than that. He was selected.
Okay, so are you confirming that? Are you answering in the affirmative that yes, it was rigged for the black guy?
Of course it was. Are you serious?
I know. I didn't know.
Did you ever think, out of all the shit that we as a people have been through in this country, modern times, I get it, but whoever thought that we would ever see? This is why that 96-year-old woman was sitting up there crying, talking about, I never thought I would see a black president. I never thought I'd live to see it.
Yeah, but
man, you sound like a woman
but it's the political.
That's like an old lady with no teeth. The way you said that, man.
I'm working on it, Bernard.
People run for office, with as they, you become mayor. Your team around you, the way the mayor, the way that you're doing a good job, you're up for re-election. People always say, well, can I become, a governor, or can I become a senator? And then at each step, when you look at Barack Obama, he said, well, I got a clean record. I'm married, got 2 kids. I'm going against Hillary. The people behind him got a good chance. Democratic Party wants to win. So all of those people that were running against her, they were, you got a good chance. You're polling here. You're doing good. I think Oprah came out. They bought Oprah out. This was before we became so, polarized, right? This was, what I'm saying, but now everything's Democrat, Republican, but he had a good chance. So he beat Hillary, and he went on to win. This is the same thing with Trump. Trump, they didn't want the Republican Party did not want Trump.
Right, and I won't disagree with anything you just said. But let me ask you this: there are over 400 million fucking Americans, right? The bulk of that being white, right? Mm-hmm. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah,
that's
so.
Correct.
Do you believe that the 40 million plus motherfucking African Americans and a few million fucking white folks put Barack Obama in office?
No,
is that what you're telling me?
No, but he got a. Go ahead.
I mean, I hate to say this, but I mean, it kind of points to the notion that white people may not be as racist as we think, because they did show their ass up and vote for a black guy. I mean, and so they say they voted based off their party, their political views, regardless of the skin color of the person that was speaking those views. That's what it looked like.
Well, Barack had a lot of.
And what happened this time around? And you see what you're getting? Those same motherfuckers put an individual in there, and we see his actions.
Well, we're not 100% sure if the same white people that voted for Obama, some of them probably crossed over and voted for Trump. But I think a lot of the same people that gave Hillary, the same white people that gave Hillary that to win the popular vote, were the same ones that voted for Obama. Even though I actually do know one white guy who voted for Obama and then voted for Trump. I do know one. So I mean, they exist. They exist.
Well, and that's the illusion of inclusion.
Well, most people are moderates. That's what I'm saying. Some of them might vote for Trump, then they might vote for the other party, and then they might go some either way. A lot of them people that you saw, even I'm telling you, a lot of people that you saw in those marches, they're going to vote for Trump. That doesn't mean they won't march. Most people are moderates. They're not beholden to any party. When you look at Fox News, you get that impression. When you look at MSNBC, sometimes you get that impression. But Little Big Nate, he is not the norm. He's a conservative. That's what he is. That's the way he speaks. Most people don't look at it like that.
I have no issue with that brother being a conservative doing that's where his political views align. And my political views align somewhere else. This is why voting is done in secrecy. Because it's based upon your political views. It hasn't been until recently that motherfuckers have become so inclined as to who's voting for who and why are you voting for this person over this person. That wasn't a thing in the past. People voted and they kept their mouth closed and they went on about their daily lives. Now it's such a polarizing thing to where people want you to know, because they want you to know where their views are, where they stand at.
To me, I mean, it didn't happen. This didn't happen until Barack became president. I have never seen people so polarized.
Exactly. That's my point. That's my point, Platinum.
Yeah.
It's like bitches that want views.
What?
Go ahead, explain that one.
Oh yeah,
it's like bitches that want views. Come on, man. Y'all gonna climb up and act like you don't know?
I know what they want views.
Time out.
People wanted it known to be known that they voted for the first black president, especially when they knew or they felt he had a chance to win. They wanted to be a part of history. You understand? That's what that was all about. Being a part of history. Oh my God, the first black president ever? Why not? Sure. Let's give the guy a chance. In their heart, that's not what they felt in their hearts.
Yeah, but Barack threw Farrakhan under the bus. He threw his pastor under the bus. He had no close ties with Al Sharpton. All the people around Barack were white liberals. I think he had a conservative in there too. So when he won, and his administration was mostly white men. So when he won, I think he talked to Sharpton or whatever, but he really you say he won. Okay, the white support. Yeah, he won because he basically ran as almost a centrist, a white liberal who's not really, he did not run under a racial umbrella. Now, he was embraced by blacks, first black president, let's go vote for Obama. But that is not how he ran that for office.
Ergo the hoodwink. That was where the fucking trick was put on. Point blank and period.
Dollar Washer, thanks for the super chat. He says Paige and TJ Kuda Bernard's cam is struggling. No, I don't need Kuda on this one. I know exactly what's going wrong with it. The battery life only got so much in it. I got to go to Best Buy when we get off of here and get a battery that got a little hole in it that I can connect the AC adapter to. Then I'll have unlimited battery life long as it's plugged up. So that problem I got solved among all the problems and shit I'm trying to figure out. So that one I know what to do. But
you're right. When he ran against McCain, Bush had fucked up the economy. Remember that? So in the middle of the race, I saw it on CNN. They were running against each other. And they had that part where they had a hurricane too, and Obama had went and did some shit, I think, with the fat dude, that big old fat guy. I don't even know his name. It looked like Obama was president when he wasn't even president. That's what I'm saying. It was just so many things fell in line for him to win.
Chaos, you've been quiet for a while. What you got on this? We about to wrap it up pretty soon.
I guess enough has been said. My thing is this: I don't follow any of this goofy shit. To be honest with you, I'm with general. Usually, if you're a black person, if you're a smart black man or woman, at this point in the game, you better be neutral. You should not say that I'm this party because this. No, the more you're neutral, you have a better shot of hopefully, if not black people do it, to get these so-called parties, whether left, right, whatever you want to call it, some type of chicken wing, to really hear what you have to say. But as long as you side on one party for decades, which black people have been doing, they notice that all they could do is put a Cardi B or all these other celebrities in front of you, and then it's gonna make fun of you. Matter of fact, that's the most highly disrespect if black people didn't see that with this so-called party, which I don't really give a fuck about Democrat, Republican, that they use this type of celebrity to try to push a vote. That tells you that you are completely dunce, stupid, and that you're not going to sit there and say, well, we're not going to give you our vote because you have not proven nothing for decades. So we're going to stay in the middle, and somebody's going to give us a better deal. That's where black people move forward at the end of it.
Well, Archer ain't shit. You can go ahead and get your first and last words in because we about to wrap this bad boy up.
Okay, well that's perfect. I'm gonna end it with this. Black. What Chaos said was partially true. See, the problem with Black Americans is we vote for party, we vote for image, we vote for personality. We rarely vote for policy. And if you as a community, as a singular community have policies that cross party lines that you believe are best for yourself as a group, then those should be the policies you should be pursuing. You shouldn't be pursuing a party. You shouldn't be pursuing a hashtag. You shouldn't be pursuing a personality. You should be pursuing a policy. And Black Americans, we have to come together and formulate a set of policies that we deem are best for our community, not a set of party. I don't know if I said that right, but a party we deem is best, but we have to come up with our own policies. You see, this is one thing Black Americans do wrong. Men don't ask other people, what can you do to help us? Men come up with their own ideas on how we're going to help ourselves, and we ask other people, are you on board or not? And if you're not on board, you're not getting my support. If you're on board with my agenda, then you get my support. And that's all I got to say.
Right on.
I agree.
Definitely hear that. All right, we about to wrap. Well, General, you was trying to jump in, General. You was trying to jump in. And
No, I was just trying to say, and I'm gonna say it again, and I don't mean this to be facetious. I hope that the current sitting gets. Because at the end of the day, when you start seeing the true agenda, he really gets to squarely put his foot in the place where he wants it to be. I want to see how many people are going to be saying they're satisfied with what's going on, what's happening politically in this country.
All right.
I really do.
All right. Okay, go ahead. Platt, you got the last word now.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna say Malcolm X spoke on neither party. He said the Republicans are like a wolf and the Democrats are like a fox. And he said in the end, both of them want to eat, they want the lamb, he's the black like a lamb. They want the lamb on their plate. And he said the fox is just a little bit more cunning. And he's a little bit more friendlier as the wolf just goes out and eats the lamb. So it's not about being a Republican or a Democrat. It's about voting for which party is going to do the most for your community. And now when they make the point about Democrats haven't done a lot, they're right. They haven't, because nobody has held them accountable. But this notion that you should just go vote for the Republican, that's nonsense. What you're going to have to do is either not vote for the Democrat, right? And then they'll lose. And then let the other party vie for your vote. If it's the Democrats or the Republicans, then they will do something for you. You say, well, I'm just not even going to vote. What difference does it make if you don't? Because they're not doing anything now. That's all I'm saying.
They're not doing it because you're not telling them what you want done. You're like the Black community is like a woman saying, solve my problems, but we're not saying what we want done. You don't sit back and throw a temper tantrum and wait for somebody to do something for you. You come up with your own ideas you want done. And you go to both parties and you say, are you going to do this or are you not going to do it? We have to stop asking other people to do stuff for us, and we have to come up with our own ideas that's going to save ourselves and get support behind those ideas. Vote for the party that's going to support our ideas. Stop asking them what is their idea to fix our situation.
I agree, but I'm not going to vote though. So
Platinum, he's trying to end the show. All right, good show.
We got to wrap it up. We're going to call it right there. That's actually a good note to leave on. We're going to leave it right there. I'd like to thank everybody who came through today, who liked, share, subscribe, hit the cash at the super chat. Everybody who joined the panel, I appreciate all y'all. Thanks for another great show. We're going to be back tomorrow at 9 a.m. with Little Big Nate. You're going to be talking about what defines, I think it was what defines a black conservative or black conservatism or something like that. So we're going to be getting in on that, and hopefully General can make it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because I want Big Nate to do his presentation, but when we open it up, I definitely want you to come up and give the pushback to whatever he's talking about. Because I had a very, very good healthy back and forth today, so I liked it. So we want a little bit more of that.
Too easy, brother.
That's light work.
It's light work. Well, I won't say it's light work.
Barbecue chicken.
I won't say that it's light work because I believe that we have some views where we closely align. Because he was talking about the type of life that he wants to have for himself. I align
mostly everything that he said. Matter of fact, all of everything that he said. I'm in agreement with that because that's exactly what I want. But I want people to understand, be careful of what you're asking for. You're watching a guy sit here and lie to you. He sits here and lies to people straightforward. And he's the leader of that particular party. The conservative party, they fall under the Republican fucking doormat. Am I right or wrong? Maybe I'm lost on this, but I don't believe I am. Most conservatives have a tendency to vote Republican, do they not?
Yes.
Who is the leader? Let's ask some simple fucking questions. Who's the leader of the Republican Party right now?
That would be Donald.
And if you think the Donald is going to do anything sufficient to help you besides give you some more handouts that you so vehemently deny wanting to have access to, you got another thing coming.
All right, save it for tomorrow. Brother. All right, we out of here. Peace, fellas. Peace.
I am out.